Well, well, well! Good morning, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling today? Everyone feeling chipper, feeling spry? I don't know why I keep trying to think of funny rhymes. I'm really gonna stop this. I can never remember. The only thing I can think of when I say feeling chipper, feeling spry, feeling ready to die, which seems a bit morbid to start a stream with. But yes, hello Jay, Hank, and Andy. It's been a while since you've been able to get here this early, Andy. How have you both been doing? Yes, bit rare today. I don't normally do this stream at this time. Oh, hello, Tybin. Because it's finals. Well, it would be that time of year, wouldn't it? A few of the people I've been working with recently have been struggling to maintain work and exams at the same time. It's tough. I am so glad never to have to do that again. I had a hard enough time doing some extra training last year so I could do this thing over in Japan that I wanted to do. Oh, God. I detest. I'll admit, I never did get used to studying. According to the psychologist I've been going to recently, that may actually be a something that was something I was born with, sort of. Something I was never going to like. Who'd have thought? All these years, I didn't just hate studying and practice because I was a lazy person. Shocking. What's the red stuff? The blood of your enemies? Perhaps. Well, it's the only reason I felt comfortable doing this stream about bartending and drinking in the morning. Because it turned out, you know, this is a pina colada. If you know anything about cocktails, you'll know I'm lying to your face. Because it actually is, in fact, some iced tea. Check it out. Turned out they, I was looking for iced tea because it's been bloody hot recently. Summer and all that. And, turned out they had like a cocktail created sort of iced tea based on hibiscus and apple and rosehip and mango, pineapple and coconut. All the flavors you'd find in a pina colada. Being a hibiscus cocktail, of course, it's red. The blood of your enemies. Delicious. The problem is, I got this because I thought, I'm smart, I'll get some iced tea so I can do a day stream with a beautiful, refreshing tea. Oh, beautiful, refreshing iced tea to drink on a hot summer's day. Do you know what temperature it is? You know, last week it was 31 to 33. Max. You know, 24 to 31 or 32 or 33. Oof. And like 60, 70% humidity. Oof. So hot. Goodness. So hot. Summer was burning me. You know, these streams were difficult to do during the day. I had to turn the air conditioning on, turn the fans on. And so I thought, this'll be nice. Refreshing for those hot days. Do you know what temperature it is today? Currently, it's 17 degrees with a high of 20. It's suddenly bloody winter again. It's raining and it's miserable. And now I'm drinking a cold drink that isn't nearly as refreshing. And I am disappointed. How dare the temperature do that? The weather is fighting me, I swear. I am so annoyed by this. Oh, hello, Ark. How are you? Is tea a soup? Soups have vegetables in them, don't they? I wouldn't class most of the stuff that goes in teas to be soup. It could be in a certain definition of the words. It's all semantics, isn't it? Do fruits go in soup? Can you have an apple soup? I don't know if I've ever had an apple soup. It's certainly a question. But yes, I do associate Christmas with hotness, as you would say. Extremely hot a lot of the time. I believe there's a phrase I remember seeing a Japanese fellow that I met used for when he was working in Australia over Christmas. He commented, "It's a blue Christmas." Or is it, our sorta Christmas. Buttersquash nut is a fruit too, and that's a soup. I'll be honest, butternut squash soups don't turn up much in Australia. I'll tell you that one for free. But yes, point is, I made this nice iced tea in preparation for a hot day, and it hasn't been a hot day. And I'm upset, and if I ever find the god of weather or Jesus H. Christ himself, I'll smack him one for this. But yes, a blue Christmas is what we have in Australia. That or a rainy one. A wet Christmas. Oh, this will make you feel weird. A moist Christmas. Oh yes, sorry, I got distracted. I did see that. Cold drink is always good to drink. It is! But when my toes and my hands are cold, it's not nearly as refreshing. Maybe you can fight him in God of War. It's true. And I do want to play the God of War series. The new ones, at least. I don't think I'll be able to play all of them. Ocean is a soup because it has fish, vegetables, bones, salt, and it's hot in some places. A very lukewarm soup, depending. It could be a cold soup sometimes. But yes, you're right. It's a very, very strange soup, the ocean. You know, I really think they should put a bit less salt in it. And a bit less, you know, fish urine. Usually not what I like in a soup. If you don't like flies in your soup, mate, oof, let me tell you about the ocean. The original three are amazing. I know the original three are amazing. I just really like the modern ones. There's a reason I didn't really play the original three. I did play a bit of them, one of them years ago, and they didn't really capture me. But the most recent ones, I feel like I'd quite enjoy. Problem is, I just don't have the time recently to stream that much. Or maybe time is... I don't have the energy, is perhaps a better way of putting it. And, you know, when I have chances to stream, they're usually at bizarre times, you know. Sometime in the middle of the afternoon, which is great for Australians. Not so great for all of you fellas. It would be 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. So if I were to play the God of War ones, I'd try and play the more recent ones, perhaps. It's quite good. This tea, by the way, this pina colada iced tea, has hibiscus, apple, rosehip, mango, pineapple, and coconut. You can really taste the coconut on the end of it. I put a bit of mint with it. Yes, the 2018 one and the most recent one, probably. And we're all remembering that in March next year, I'm going to have very little time at all. That's perfect for me as long as it's not on a non-work day. That's true. For you, it's fun. I feel like the first time we met it was one of the strange mornings. So you're Japseptic, I enjoy too. Dad of boy. I think I watched part of the 2018 one as a you know, what is it called? What do they call them again? Where they play games and they edited gameplays. Let's plays. There we go. You know, I watched a Let's Play done by Jacksepticeye of the first part of the God of War 2018. I just don't know if I'll really enjoy the sort of over-edginess of the original three. And I don't know if it'd probably take all of next year to play them. At 2 a.m. onward, it's a VTuber vacuum for me. Well, maybe it'll just be me and Tiberian then. Streaming every day after I get back from work. Has so much charm. Yes, but it's got so much edge to it. I'm surprised I don't get paper cuts from playing the games. Or even watching gameplay. I feel like I'd wake up with scratches all over me, like I'm being haunted by a poltergeist. But yes. Speaking of streaming next year, actually. I've managed to pick up that laptop. I've got a laptop now. It's a fairly nice one. Very mute, like, you know, not too over the top for a gaming laptop, which is nice. So I'll be able to stream next year. Once I head over and I can't bring my old tower, which will be nice. And also, yes, next week we'll be trying to start, or this week if I can, we'll be trying to start that Callisto Protocol game. We'll probably be playing it on PlayStation 5, because my computer's been struggling recently. It's been slowing down a bit. Not too sure why. No to a 2 PC setup though. No. Before I leave, with the laptop, the 2 PC setup will be a hell of a lot easier, because I won't have to use an old tower as the second PC. I can just set up the laptop. That'll be easy. It'll, you know, be able to fit on my desk a bit more easily. Because it's quite a small laptop, only 14 inches. Was it 15? I can't remember. Expensive AF. Managed to get one, actually, for market price. A while back. Don't use it all that much. It's really been a waste. I really should use it more. Why I was lamenting that fact is because I had God of War 2018 for free on the PS5 for a while. So if I do intend to play it, I might be grabbing that one. Grabbing sort of the free thing so I can play a heap of games for free. And there'll be a short period of time between when I'm actually leaving next year and when I won't be working. So maybe I'll sit down and, you know, stream, you know, 3 or 4 times a week for that, you know, month or 2 week. So we can maybe make up some time, eh? But yes, oh yes, you may have not known this, but there's something amazing that I actually fixed last week. I'm going to start the game while I'm talking about this, because I keep forgetting to start the game, and I'll jump to the gaming screen. But oh, ooh, wow, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've got one of those bots. There we are. Desktop audio. There we are. But yes, these old headphones that I've had, their pads had broken off the actual headphones themselves, the ear pads, and I've been holding them on and putting them on my head for probably half a year, maybe three-quarters of a year at this point. And I laughed because I found it on Black Friday, some replacement ear pads on Cyber Monday that were for sale. And I managed to get them. So now, finally, I can actually put my headphones on and put them down without fearing that they're going to fall apart in my hands. Like everything else in my life. These days, though, I still hold the pad of the headphone trying to put them on my head. Stray got nominated for many things on Game of the Year. Oh, did it now? Doesn't surprise me. That was deep. What do you mean that was deep? Still won't believe The Last of Us 2 won Game Awards. Won the Game Awards? You mean in the year it was released, or this year? I was under the impression Last of Us 2 was a while ago. I haven't played The Last of Us 2. I played The Last of Us 1, I think. I put my headphones to show how strong I am. Yes, I do. I don't know how that's a song. I'm sure it's a reference that I don't get. Okay. So I have to buy some sort of doll. There you go. Good evening. Hello there, Jack. You came in with a very definite entrance, as always. It'll crumble to pieces, just like everything does. Yes, well, that's the thing, the nature of life, I suppose. Eric is live. I am. I am alive, and I am also live. Broadcasting now, as we like to say. Oh, you said wive. Sorry. I misunderstood that you've mixed up with live with a wife? I'm not too sure we are. Why, perhaps? What are you talking about, microphone? Yes, I had a fairly successful little purchasing run last week. So, I mean, bought. Oof. Goodness, that's some serious accusations you're throwing around there, J-Hank. Watch out, you'll get sued. Yes, we're gonna try and push through this game, I think. I don't know if we'll be able to get through it. We're gonna try. We're gonna be suffering these past few days on Destiny PvP. I didn't realize. I thought Destiny PvP and the word suffering were sort of synonymous, interchangeable. As with all PvP things, eh? Let's go. Good evening. Hey, Jill. Okay, welcome back. Sorting ingredients shipments, and I've got 3 things to do. The dog's in charge. Okay, bye. Oh no, the dog! He's in charge. Okay, first order. Pet me. I know you could buy the heads, but new headphones for nothing. Yes, it depends on the brand. This is an old pair of Steel series I got from my nephew. I've been using them for years, though, and he used them for 2 years before he got his audio headphones. Fancy audio headphones that he now uses for his music production. They've worked years. The only thing that's broken is the pad and the cord. And he had an extra cord, so I just changed the cord and then new headphones. And the pad's broke. New pads. It's great. I did buy a new pair of headphones, though, but they're a different use. I wouldn't use them for game computer. They're a pair of Bluetooth Sennheisers, actually, that were really discounted last week. Pair of noise-cancelling Sennheisers. It's the first pair of noise-cancelling headphones I've ever owned. I'm getting distracted. Because you're from New Wave 10 years ago. Perhaps you can, if you can find the right pad. You need to find the ones that fit. No. Pet me. No. I'm in charge, and I want you to pet me. This sounds like, well, gonna go, bye-bye. Well, thanks for coming, Arkwolf. Sorry that most of it was me rambling away about the things I purchased last week. You have fun. Have a good night, and sweet dreams. I feel like this dog is a terrible boss. Immediately already asking his employees to put their hands upon him. Overstepping, abusing his power. Time to mix drink and change lives. Hey, Jay! Won't pet you. You'll pet me sooner or later. They all do. What the hell is that? What the hell is that, Panda? Won't. Will. You called? He said will, not kill. Ah. Who the hell is Will? Nobody. Don't be rude to poor Will. Yeah. Old William Shakespeare. There is no will, but there is a way. You mean to suck you up then? Shut up! We have hideous new emojis. I can tell. Who? Me or Will? Oh god, Jill, calm down. Ah! Go back to what are you doing, alright? And you, stand by. Only if you pet me. Go. The fuck just happened? Laurel and Hardy skip? I think. Well, aren't we spirited? Well, aren't we spirited today? Welcome to Virgilio. Oh, why do you sound so weirded out? You didn't show up with a bombastic soliloquy. Well, putting up an act can be tiring, you know? Oh, God. What in the hell is... Who made those? They're bizarre. They fish? Is that what they're supposed to be? Is this some sort of Freddy fish series of emotes? There is no will, only action. Wasn't it obvious? I don't know. I don't know what kind of name. That's just the name he has, and that's the accent I've given him. Would you mind getting me a bleeding chain? Sure. Wow. It was kind of weird when he stops asking for bizarre sort of quizzes instead of drinks. Oh my goodness, stop. Please. The emojis. They're destroying me. I don't know what they mean. Help. The many faces stare upon me. I stare at the abyss, and it stares back. That looks like a bizarre corporate entity is trying to be cool. Ah. Oh my god. Oh yes, this is just the thing. Tired of putting in an act? Care to explain? It's a long story, and I'd honestly rather not talk about it right now. Fair enough. What made you change your mind? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me now. The Pompous Buffoon Act was mostly a way to avoid raising suspicion. Oh dear. Safer, there's a word that's been losing meatly lately. Wait, that is your way of resorting suspicion? Yes. You do know weird it sounds, right? It sounds weird. You try not to raise suspicion, but you act in a bombastic manner that screams that you're here. And everyone dismisses the fool as a buffoon, moves on. Corporate art styles where everyone's hideously deformed and have human skin colours. Ah, yes. Corporatism. I watched an interesting video by some sort of art YouTuber about corporate art styles. Kind of fascinating. I mean, you might be right if I were talking about hiding myself, but avoiding certain crowds of people. Yes, my behavior may call everyone's attention, but then everyone just decides that I'm harmless and disregards me. Oh my goodness. They are awful, aren't they? Here's my contribution to all of this. Stop. Take that, hey? Is some of those that last? One of the four of the emojis look like that girl from that cyberpunk 2077 anime. Bizarre. Can't stop me. The PS2 shall rise again, will they? And depending on how erratic my behaviors are, the harder I become to read. Yes, that one! Isn't she that last from that anime? That I haven't watched, but I really need to get around to it, so don't talk about it. And if you do, I will delete your comment and put you on timeout. Giving me yet another layer of enigma. Oh, aren't you an enigma wrapped in a mystery, old mate? Oh, well, congrats. No offense, but I fell right into your plan. I just dismissed your arguments as those of a fool and moved on. You completely fooled me. Thank you. Say, could you give me something spicy? Sure, something spicy. Isn't the bleeding chain spicy? Let's go with the Mars Blast. Really hasn't picked up. Don't think it is. Oh, damn it. I pressed a bit too soon. Don't crush your expectations, no matter how little they are. Yes, I have pretty low expectations, but I do have to get. I had an okay time with Cyberpunk 2077. Comments are always deleted when you put them on timeout. Oh, yes, they are, aren't they? Happened before with one fellow, didn't it? Ugh, here you go. Aren't you fascinated by spiciness? What's spicy for humans might be not spicy for other animals. Oh. What's toxic for us may not be toxic for other creatures. If you do like spicy things, bartender, I don't really mind them, I guess, but I'm not really a fan. That's a neutral stance. It's actually weird to come across. Everyone either loves spicy things or hates them with passion. I think it's the spice, actually, you're talking about when it comes to that sort of thing. Just gave you a spoiler. It was so subtle, no one realizes it. Clearly not. Seems like an inside joke that I don't get. Do you like it? Lots. Only in regards to painless spicy things, but also the way mild or slight spice adds to a meal. I've always had this dream of opening a curry stand. That's making me hungry. Give me a moment. Look at that cheese that I have in the fridge. Eat it on stream. I have some aged cheddar. With a bit of whiskey in it. It's aged with a bit of whiskey. It's quite nice, actually. Few jats. Not a bad drink. Be right back. I'll be right back. Did I own a piano tie in the 80s? I can neither confirm nor deny if I own such a article of clothing. And neither can I confirm or deny that that very tie is sitting in my drawer. Who knows? It's a mystery. Yes, I haven't really done that joke. Yes, joke with the heaviest inverted commas you can come up with, J-Hug. I'd like those inverted commas to be several stanzas long. Well, that's the suffrage of stepping over the line. I really should put some rules up, though you'd think I wouldn't have to. Yes, curry stone. It's making me hungry now. I had an early breakfast. I was up at 6 AM this morning. I think I might actually pursue that, Drew. I know if you do, I haven't had curry in ages now. Hey, bartender. Call me Joe. I wanted to apologize. You put up with me all this time without lashing out. I should apologize for my behavior, and thank you at that. Now, I actually feel like I was too rude to you the last time you came. Granted, you came at an awful time, but I should be the one apologizing. You're a client, after all. Oh, don't. I'm actually surprised that nobody else had violently lashed at me yet. You're making me curious as to who you really are, though. You've been pretty lenient about what you say, which is why I didn't do it myself. Yes. Well, no one has really tested my boundaries, you know? There's attempts at edgy humor. As Panda would know. But that was just a step too far. I'm quite lenient with things because, you know, it's more about trying to feel out what you're comfortable with. I remember somebody was making a joke using Panda Knive's name. And I don't know who that was, but I was tempted to put them in timeout as well. Because, you know, it was a bit mean on Panda. Back when we were playing Monster Hunter, I think. Making curious as you are. Is Vertigo even your real name? It might be. It might not. Sometimes I wonder if I'm accurate for people who heard it. If they were gonna do it, if they did it again, I may have put them on timeout. Did seem in a bit poor humor. Sometimes I wonder if I'm magnet for people who hide their identities in sordid pasts. Jamie, Jill, you. Did you say something? Just rambling, pay me no mind. When I think about it, how did you find this bar? I was avoiding some chaps and came to this alley. Oh, again. Again? In my time here, I've heard avoided some people and ended up here. Enough time to make me believe that the original owner of the built the bar here, thinking that the runaway public. Make it sound like a criminal. You're not helping. Especially runaway doesn't mean people escaping the law, though. We've had people avoiding stalkers, solicitors. Seen people more shocked by an insistent salesman than a shady figure. Maybe because the salesman is more an active predator. I don't know. Troublesome part of the city right near the shopping district. Let them know there's a bar and they'll come. Sorry, I should stop rambling at myself so much. Oh, I don't mind it. Do you think I'm some sort of criminal, though? Yes. The Riddler, perhaps, from Batman. I was half expecting when you first turned up for, you know, Christopher Nolan's Batman to kick in the door. You know, start phone. I found you now, Riddler. Like I said, you're not helping. For all I know, you might be the buffoon I've seen the other days. In any case, can I get something bitter here? Hold on. Wow, he's buying a lot of drinks this time. You know, a thing called the Sunshine Cloud does not sound like a bitter cocktail. But he seems to like fabulous cocktails. More like the 1989 Batman. Babs. Probably a bit funnier that way. Yes, the old Michael Keaton one, eh? It's hard, right? He travels at high speed in a straight line. A musket ball? A cannonball? Not too sure, does it look? Ah, well. There you go. That was shaken for a long time. This works. You like coffee, Miss Bartender? As weird as it may sound from a smoking bartender, no I don't. Yes, that does sound a bit strange. And I get it. It's not for everyone. I don't either. My fist. Ha! There you go. I wasn't aware fists exclusively travelled. Your fists exclusively travelled in straight lines. Seems fairly inconvenient and very predictable to fight. A cat boomer the other day. About her, she's still scared of her? Not really, but she looks so familiar. Maybe mixing up with the other cat boomer. No, that's just not it. It's like the bandage girl last time. Even with the bandages, there's just something really familiar about her. And you need to stop thinking about it. Answers usually come to you when you stop stressing out. Just realised how long I've been watching. Yes! Makes me realise how long I've been going on, eh? Let's go around doesn't travel in a straight line. It travels on a trajectory. Sorry. If it's going fast enough, it appears to be a straight line in a short distance. You might be right. Well, I'll leave you for now, Bartender. Thanks for everything. He really holds his alcohol well. Yes, thank you for watching this many years, Panda Nice. I think you first turned up, perhaps? Was it the Call of Cthulhu, perhaps? It's been a year since Andy started watching, yes, and he was Yakuza. Welcome to Hello. Oh, Mr. Detective. And here we are, another mute person wandering in the bar. What's happened, old mate? Gut punch. Okay. The gut punch for the dramatic detective. That face on, you think he needs all the alcohol he can get here. Started watching after your Halo playthroughs, yes. I really played a lot of Halo back then, didn't I? Oh, 2 weeks of it. To play an okay game, I suppose. Fun combat. But Infinite didn't have much else. Oh, you got it right again. So what's up now? A bit of holiday blues, you could say. So you celebrate Mega Christmas? Ugh, why wouldn't I? You look more like a Festivus kind of guy. Does everyone keep saying that? Well, Festivus is a celebration of going against capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. And you know, cheapskate. If you have something to say, say it. I'll refrain. Although now I think about it, holiday blues is not really tied to a specific celebration. Just the season. A season of consumerist craze. Mega Christmas is just a mockery of what real Christmas once was. I mean, the season has slowly become enslaved to the corporations over time. Holiday spirit can only be manipulated so much. But then came that turbo male guy. Started a yearly tradition of dressing up like Santa in the ring. Turbo male can't be his ring name. It is. Really, such a tacky name that was accepted. Since Meg started watching you Uncharted. Yes! That's right. Uncharted. I never did get around to playing the third game of that, did I? His partner was Buster Master, and his rival was Dr. Christmas. Tacky games were not a problem. I mean, there was a wrestler that dressed as Santa every year. I also knew a guy that became insanely popular, and the stunt got out of control. And of course, that's the part everyone sings about. Santa became Nega Santa. And thanks to that, Chris went Redmond family. Mega Santa sees the error of his ways and becomes the mighty Mega Santa, renaming the holiday to Mega Christmas. And every company jumped on the bandwagon, and Christmas was Mega Christmas before anyone noticed. So you're telling me that guy who somehow managed to rename the holiday went by the ring name Turbo Male? Yep. Makes the whole holiday sound like a joke. Probably is. Why am I so comforty and tired? I don't know. Maybe you haven't slept in a while. Maybe it's the perfect temperature over there when it's winter. I don't know. I always find it more comfortable to have a heavy blanket, even though it's never cold enough for it. Holiday is a joke. You don't celebrate Festivus? No, I don't. Do you know what kind of people celebrate Festivus? The kind that is solemn and bland. They only talk about how they're bitter because they celebrate Festivus. Like those jerks who only eat nuke and think they're much better than anyone else. Number 3 brown beer. Goodness. Bit of a night owl, are you? I see. Anything else I can get you? Get me a fringe weaver, will you? Sure. 1. Good God. I'm giving this fellow a lot of alcohol. Raising my broken spring mattress. Ooh, fancy. Spring. Good old memory foam. I've got an old mattress. Don't know if it's any good for my back, but it works. So, any issues with the city lately? What's the word on the screen? Shouldn't I be asking that? There's nothing new, really. The lynchings of the White Knight stopped, so there's that. Really? Something about the armor. Haven't got much on that one yet. All in all, the madness following the attack on the bank seems to have settled down. That's good to hear. Any other details about the attack, Mojo? Or records of whatever happened there have been long deleted. Security cams, system logs, everything was wiped. Armored core. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, really having fun with the game. On the PS2, is it? You playing it on the PS2? It's a good one, old Final Fantasy VII. I enjoyed it. Whatever happened there has become even more of a mystery now. Out of Say plans to testify. Well, does anyone know if Say went there in the first place? Maybe wiping everything actually protects her somehow. Hey, bartender, you okay? Sorry, got distracted. There is not much to say, really. This is all the city rumor here and there, like the vending machine tastes malfunctioning and applying more strength. We play an Armored Core game? Absolutely no idea. Playing on PC. I don't know why my PS2 can't run PS1 games. Your PS2 can run PS1 games. Mine can, at least. Strange. Mine's been able to run PS1 games for many years. It's actually if you go back to all the PS1 and PS2 streams, J-Hank, I'll be playing a lot of those on the PS2, not the PS1, because it doesn't work. Or that the writer of The Last Reign in the world is actually living here as a brain in a jar. It's messed up. But those are the kind of rumors you hear from crackheads. Crackheads may be the one last piece of info you need, but also you need to hear creep like that. Isn't it the fat PS2 they can play PS2? No, my Slim can play PS1 games. It's the one I've been using. The PS1 I've been using is the Slim one. I see. Anyway, I'm leaving. Happy New Year. Please come again. Oh yes, it's Boxing Day, isn't it? Oh wait, she said out. Gil, you there? Yeah, taking a break. Let me know if I'm going on. Sheesh. Things are quiet outside. Good for us, I suppose. Less people being shot in this street is always ideal. Yeah. I'm absolutely too bored to do all of this. Will you remember me? Ah! Good God! Hello, lass. What was your job again? I like the pinstripe suit she wears. Jill. Ah, Miss Kim. Just call me Kim. It sounds weird to be called Miss. So you in a good mood? Oh, I got some money on Mickey Christmas. Wouldn't you be happy? That music is jamming. So I'm doing the old disco. Ha. Start doing some of those dance moves from Yakuza 0. I guess. What can I get you? I'll have a beer. Get Kim a beer. One of the catchphrases is let's get down and boogie. Here. And you? Oh, how you been doing? Pretty good, actually. My hair stopped falling out. My appetite is coming back. Well, that is good. Hadn't realised just how much the newspaper was weighing on me until I quit. Suddenly stopped feeling defeated. I actually felt like I achieved a victory. Like I got hold of my own life. So nice to hear. Oh yeah, I'll start bartending training in January too. Oh really? Yeah, did some research. It sounded cool. BTC gives you many benefits, so it sounded like a good thing to do for the time being. Or I don't know if it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, but it's a good start. It'll give me time to think on the next course of action. I'm eating Maltesers. Bit of advice, don't go for BTC housing plans unless you absolutely have to. You have to sign a contract for at least 5 years of service with a cut in pay and tips. I'm gonna go for that one, but backed out in the last minute. How do you back down a bit? Well, I took the chance when the BTC found me an apartment. Instead of signing a BTC contract, I just asked for a regular one. Still have no idea how I got away with that one. Those apartments are built by them. Back in England there, they have their own real estate companies. Apartment complexes where they have the means to give discounted rooms to employees. But in the city, reality newer holds the unspoken real estate monopoly, so BTC can't offer as much promises. Oh. Realty Newer is a bit weird as far as companies go. Their name has become synonymous with quality, a brand built around certain expectations. Go think Rad for helping me out in the game. Oh. I'll have the crisp PS1 graphics. There you go. But the truth is that Realty Newer has done little or no work in the last 10 years. Really? When they started, they finished to sell the buildings and build upon plots of land that everyone gave up on. They give him name as far as real estate goes, but in reality, the company itself has done less than you'd think for the 10 years. Most of the time, they're crashing in on their established properties or letting others work with them. I believe in the last 10 years or so, they've only started around 3 or 4 new projects. They're all expansions and they're all established ones. Ah, you seem to know a lot about it. No, I just read a lot about it over time, especially after hearing my landlord ramble about them. Really good VTuber. Yeah, he is. Good old mate. Popped in a few times, haven't spoken because I've been working on something else at the time, but it's good fun. Turns up here occasionally too. Hearing my landlord, I think it all par for the course for real estate companies, really. But it's true when you hear a same so much, you expect something, I don't know, different. Don't we all? Enough rambling on my side. You must be thirsty. Oh, sugar rush. I'm gonna get a sugar up if I'm not careful. All these chocolates I'm eating. Well, you know the gig. If it says optional Carmotrine, I put all of the Carmotrine in. Yay! Actually, Jill, I came here today, thank you. Yeah, back when I was first showed up here, it was really a rough spot. I was shocked, I was tired, I was a total mess. I even seen some really mean things, but you had patience with me. Not to mention, you helped me cool down. And your boss saved me. And I don't know, I felt like I had to tell you all before the year ended. Much appreciated. But anyway, how are you doing? Last time you were a bit off. I'm better now, thanks a lot. Glad to hear. It was weird to see you like that. It always felt like you were putting up a cool bartender act, eh? It did. Rude. You don't? I don't. Are you sure? What you saw as cool bartender act is what everyone else has described as being cold. I mean, cold and cool do mean the same, but I don't try and put up that act. Sorry to disillusion you. I'm too much of a mess to do such a thing. You go ask in one of your shadow. What drinks would you serve if we would go to a hypothetical bar? Or serve you specifically, or serve at the bar? Let's start with that qualifier first. We'll get to it. I'll do it slowly. Ah, disappointed? Surprised, actually. What led me to believe you were putting on an act? More importantly, how can I make use of it if I get assigned to a bar? I must insectivate further. This chick looks so groovy. I like her suit. Be nice to have like a fancy pinstripe. Good luck with that. Say, let's try something bubbly now. Alright? A bubbly drink. Frothy water. Nah, let's go with Cobalt Version. The D's not special to me. Indeed, I would serve one of the many stupid family jewels based joke named cocktails that I've made. You know, you smoke, the shaken Irish balls or the smoky Irish nuts. Those sort of things. That's definitely what I'd serve Panda. He's right about that. That or I'd just serve him the classic, the Bloody Mary. That's a pretty bloody based trick for old Panda. I wonder if there's a black and white trick. The Spanky Irish Monkey. It does sound a bit like that, doesn't it? Ah, yes, the blood of the innocent. Have to get a pinstripes for your 2.0 model. I will, won't I? I think a pinstripe suit would be quite nice. That or it would be a bit less painful on the I don't know, I really want to keep this sort of Celtic. Maybe I'll keep it on the tie, the Celtic patterns, or have something. I'll have to figure it out, but like a pinstripe suit, maybe a summer suit. Maybe I should get like a summer outfit. A bit more open. There you go. Maximize the cup and fill it with sparkling water. Yes. Like a mimosa with sharp knives. Seersucker. Seersucker? Question mark. I need some ice. Ah, boss. Boss? Oh, I know you. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Hey, nice to see you fine. I'm more than fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I avoided my biggest mistake in my life thanks to your timely intervention. I don't know what overcame me. I just felt like everything was shouting. I couldn't stop shouting, so I felt like thank you. Don't even mention it. I just did what I felt was right. A seersucker suit for summer? Perhaps. Those other summery suits. You know, I always laugh at the names people give. Jacquard, seersucker, buffalo. The names patterned suits get. It's just hilarious. Don't you think? You don't see CSA suits are apparently actually not all that popular. You tend to get that sort of fabric in shirts more often than not. They're more often in shirts than actual suits, I'd say. That sort of kind of puckered, you know, was it puckered fabric that's got that patterning on it. What's next? Chicken Tom? It does seem that. Feel nice, please. Right. Oh, did you seek help? I know a couple of people who could use you. They're all very old fabric names, I know, but it still makes me laugh. You know, Hound's Tooth. Very dramatic, isn't it? Did you seek help? Don't worry. I'm perfectly fine. I've gone to a therapist a couple of times. He says I'm okay. Something overcame me, but you intervened. I don't know what to say. You already said thank you. And that you're fine is more than enough for me. I should at least thank you earlier. I owed you that at least. Don't you worry, just go out and be happy. You have a second chance, so use it as the best you can. I will. I'll be leaving. Happy New Year, Jill, and thank you. Please go again. So I read some news about a woman saving a suicidal girl, catching her midair. Would you happen to know about that, boss? Maybe, maybe not. Whatever it was, it probably just did become because it was the right thing to do. Oh, feeling lonely? That voice. Ah! What the hell? Oh my goodness. It's the ghost girl from the very beginning of the game. I think. She really hasn't turned up all that much. Really a long time no see. Seriously, it feels like it's over a year since I last seen you. I was planning on visiting you last week. Things were pretty heavy back then. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. I wish I could have done that. Back Earthy Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore, she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know. Oh, I love this girl's sense of humor. Very fun. Julianne Stingray, I'm talking to you. Calm down, don't fall for her taunts. How'd she know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray. Did you really remove the Natalie? Am I that she's reading my thoughts? Yes, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of a screen. Hard not to see them, actually. Alright, that's it, I'm going crazy. Such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept this world could be weirder than you think. No, listen to what I'm talking to you. Yes. Also, we've been told we're being haunted by this girl. She apparently wears jeans under her skirt. This world is amazing because of the things you can't explain. Just because you're the one to experience something doesn't mean it's a lie or that you're crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. I don't know, I'm really liking this fresh new character. I love her. You sure that's what crazy person would say in the scenario? You acknowledged me! Shit. That's good. She's got you now. She's like one of those, like, sprites or spirits you just have to not acknowledge, otherwise they grow in power. I'm not serving you anything. Why? Last time I came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Oh, don't be like that. Things were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but you set on all my plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was going to buy some curry with the money I put up for those drinks. Don't, Judy Dunn. I know we have slow days, for God's sake. You okay? You look angry. I'm fine. Good job out there. I'm back. Ah, well, that's what happened. She's just sitting in the background. Slowly getting more annoyed. Why are we getting haunted by a ghost girl? A digital ghost. A digital shadow. Got short. At least I drank the has the bottles. Hennessy? Okay, you look short. I'm fine. They really can't see you. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt. Yes, she is, but I don't know why they chose such a weird pose to give the girl. It's like she's posing for a fashion week. Or an Instagram shot. Or a, you know, risque. Why that pose? Very strange. And her advice, who knows? Just, wow. To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone feels like they should call you out. They can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. What kind of madness is this? Apparently, it's a madness that's mad enough that people don't like it. But not too mad that people actually get upset by it. Things like spats, after all. It's uncannily right. Not all wrong, but they can't stop staring. I don't think she's ever been in Australia. That sort of tracksuit underskirt, jeans underskirt thing is quite common amongst a lot of the school kids. A very common thing. So really, it's... The weird part of her jeans she's chosen is she's chosen skinny jeans. That's the bizarre part. Like sort of form-fitting skinny jeans. That's not normally what you see. It's usually baggier clothing. Like anyone other than me could see it, though. They could see it if they wanted to. Dude, you make an awful lot of faces there, you okay? Just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today. And you stay here. Who stays where? God damn it. Well, you have to be the first person I've met who mixes their inner and outer thoughts. I just thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter, sorry. Okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Sure, thanks for taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave. That's not... Fine. It's something in case you felt lonely today. Watch out. Night of the ID Snatchers. Where's the damn ghost go? Night. The ID Snatchers, eh? Fairly cheap, so... Cats in heat outside. I'd have blue balls if I still had me. Let's see what... Yoda Yoda new season. Based God, all report in. What other boards, you idiot? Alright, that's just people doing weird stuff. Model Warrior turns a TV. Oh, that's right, we already said that one. Biker getting arrested after prejudice. Christine Love declared the press for the nuclear arrested. The gang was the only one that defended the protesters from the White Knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down in the streets. They use protesters as a shield. Love told me they're ready to detain. Oh yes, she's a game developer, isn't she? Parliament discusses anime influence. Ooh, very modern. What a modern article. Very timely. Human Time, written by J.C. Denton. Hey, he got a job. Why did you get a job? That filth, trash. I could choke every single writer when I'm out there, I'd do it. And choke them with my own enhanced hands. And they would ban it if there wasn't so much money in the local market. Hit a brain. Highlights. Script from the photo version of this comment. I had to change the name to Brian on Reddit. Seems interesting. I'm back. Welcome back. Back again. Aren't we all? Tell your friends. Jake is back. Back again. I have 10,000 in my account 3 days from now. Oh dear. Dear oh dear, we're gonna have a hard time with that one. Let's have a New Year's Day is Saturday. It's been a bit soon. Why, did somebody famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean, never mind. Let me sit back. Oh, my back giving me a curry. Ugh. Excuse me. Never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great! And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Eesh. Hey. I mean, where is he? He was starting a cloud to a station. He should be back any second now. Jack 2. Jack is back. Electric Boogaloo. So you're coming back to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... Told you. We're depressing people. We are. A wonderful triumvirate of depression. Adult problems. Give the other day, Gabby, I think you called her. Asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. Gabby? That's all. I want to apologize for my behavior. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress for you, let alone blame you. So it feels weird to ask if this is you, how much I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. Good night before the stream is over. If not, thanks for the stream and enjoy the rest of your day. I will. You have fun with whatever you need to do. To catch up, chat for a while. To do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I understand this is freedom you talked about. The fear that drove you to fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. It won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand. But please, I really want to talk to you, Gabby. At least apologize in person, you Brad. Now, she's psyching herself up for 4 days, but yes, you make a good point. But I understand. She's young. She's afraid. At least she did a note. I feel like a note's a bit more personal. A written note's a bit more personal than a text message. Yeah, there's a big vocabulary. She's always been a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yes, she asked me to be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you say yes to the party, which may not have been the best idea now I think about it. Well, you pulled it off, mate. Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I don't really want to see Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me. What drove me to go back and apologize after all these years? Fear and shame. Yep, that sounds about right. Shame because I know they made a hideously stupid mistake and it's painful to face them. She didn't bring it up when she started throwing everything at you. It's true. It is true. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid we would never meet again. She'd break up with me. I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Well, I can see the logic you're trying for, mate. But just like when I spend a lot of money, I don't look at my account even though I'm very much aware of how much money's left it. It doesn't change the fact you have no money. Just because you don't want to look at it. The damage is done. The tree has fallen in the forest, even if there's no one to see it. Jill, you idiot! It's the enemy. Sorry. You're thinking backwards. Didn't you say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that? Armitage? Titiaka. I'm alright. I don't know what happened to you when you fought that girl's sister, but now you have a chance to make amends. Damage is done. You spend your salary trying to get 5-star gacha anime girl, and you still fail. And not looking at your account isn't going to change that fact. It's a very strange analogy, but it's one that I have, even now, when I spent all this money last week, buying things I needed for next year. And yet I still didn't want to look at my account because I knew I'd have less money. Even though I knew how much money exactly I had and how much I spent, so I knew how much was in the account. Yet I still didn't want to look at it. So what do you think about this? Technology seeing what games are nowadays. One fear or a lifetime filled with regret? Which one did you pick? Yeah, you're right. I've hated this feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good. Because I'd have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Ah. Gotta love this lady. A force of nature she is. Hey boss, thanks. That's what friends are for. And that's what friends are for. So. Yep. Anyway, let's start the day. Oh yes. That was a long start. Seriously though, in the second note that stirred such feelings in me. The second one? 2 weeks ago I had another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. Was that envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it? Why don't I open it with Gabby? You're the one facing one fear. Might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing it. God, she's really got a lot of faith. What a nice lady. If only everyone had a person like this in their lives. Good God. Secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up. Thanks. I'm sure we've been with the money trying to get soccer players and still failing. No, but I assume you're referring to the awful dumpster fire of capitalist greed that is FIFA. Happy holidays! Good God. I didn't know you were able to be happy. German cat lady? Someone's happy. We had a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to be popular this year. They were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. I don't remember if it was FIFA or Pez. I'm almost certain it was FIFA. I'm sorry for that outburst. Looked so happy I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness, otherwise I'll feel miserable all the time. Anyway, can you give me a cobalt velvet? Sure thing, lass. We thought a week ago she was so frightened she could barely think straight about her good friend. Thank you. Any meeting to say? What are games anymore? A good question. She should have been here in a bit. She told me she wanted to drink here, and since I was coming here too, sadly I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How's she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. I understand that. Be it and say, birds of a feather. What about I? Oh yes, sir. Sorry. I'm not talking about your eye, Lars. I would ask how's Arnold Schwarzenegger doing there? As long as it's kept clean, there should no problem. Be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show up. She's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. And the job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it'll make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when she was a teen. Her mum's clique was about to close. Her biological father, who was an arsehole, showed up. The teachers at the school didn't help. Say he's not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalences to things she knows. She needs to get in a bit of her mindset. When she gets this, she's a fast learner. But schools don't have that sort of patience. Oh, topical. He basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I even suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labelled as special or different. Anyway, Say was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning. Total opposite of what she is nowadays. Oh, hello. Ah. Goodness. 3 people in a single go. What's this about? Hello, everyone. Those Stanislaw, Hooks 36, and Ryans in quotation marks. And the funny man, goodness. Where'd you all come from? What's going on? Well, I'm putting on terrible accents. in an attempt to make this a bit more entertaining. We're hurtling towards the end of this most emotional of bartending games. So full of alcohol and feelings. 4 of you, though. That's a bit surprising. How about you all, though? I already get so many new names at once. From time to time, I see the old look cross her face, and it scares me. You can very routine yourself, though. People mature. Maybe you'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Say knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Get me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure, cold and sweet. Heard that one before. Have you now? Nope. Looking for one with ice in it. No, I keep pressing the wrong one. Welcome to the truly riveting gameplay. Jack will also be back. I don't know if he's still here. Starting to find it very difficult to find sweet. There we are. Moonblast. So Jack was also black. Oh dear. Not talking about Jack Black. No, the School of Rock isn't here. Unless it was the School of Cyberpunk Rock. Then it would be fine. And Jack Black would be half robot, half guitar. On the rocks and blended. Oh, I stuffed that up somehow. Oh dear. That's it. Not enough aldehyde. You'd think after all this time of playing this damn game, I'd actually be good at making the drinks. Yeah. And you would be wrong. There we are. Second time's a charm. Thank you. It's the kind of stuff that Say's asked for, you know? Now that you mention it. So, I take it Say's family situation isn't exactly fine and dandy, eh? It's a mess they've tried to fix over time, and I'm glad to say they've actually done it. Oh my goodness. That's the most shocking thing we've ever heard. Say's mum had a really abusive relationship with Say's biological father. Sadly, like many women in that situation, she just tried to justify his actions. But, apparently, things got nasty when Say's mum, Miss Emmy, got pregnant. At that point, she had an epiphany, one could say. Cat ears! Cat ears, indeed. Not only that, but a weird iron cross and a magical laser eye. They're apparently called cat boomers. Who would have thought? She didn't want the guy to raise her child, so she finally sought help. Things weren't so easy, though. Before the authorities could take him away, Miss Emmy got a serious beating. She still uses a cane to walk, thanks to that. She moved here, Say was born, started a veterinary clinic. So did he come back? He was drunk, couldn't find any drugs, so he made it into the city. Caused a ruckus for a couple of days, till Say... This chick again. Calm down. I like her, she's a good lass. She gives presents to children on Christmas. Scare him off. How? She beat him to near death 3 times. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but oh, don't worry, I laugh too. Dramatic irony there is delicious. Been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe. And a cat boomer is sure to become a target. And I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Again, sure, uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel they're living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel warmth there that uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. Beep. Welcome, here she is, the woman herself. So say, how's your day? Eh? Somebody needs copium, oh dear. If you try and talk to somebody in the upper part of the city, they'll shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things are nice there, though. Can I get you something? Feel like having a beer. Make that 2. But I want just 1. I'm asking for 1 for me, adding 1 to your order. Oh, that right. 2 beers for the girls. How did I stuff that up? No panda knives. None of that. If they wish to get drunk, it's their choice. They drink on their own terms, Panda. Thank you. Say, should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, "Where's Say? Where's Say?" Why did you call you Say when they could call me Aunt? They call me Auntie Stella. You don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mum worked overnight that night. Just couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks, and some dogs thought it would be safe to hide in a jar. Little guy managed to get his head and paw stuck inside before getting stuck. With plastics, they couldn't just try and break it. I see. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fella was scared. But I'm out. Oh yeah, we'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than that depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be there. Bye, Joe. Say. Careful. Please come again. Want to come too? I'd love to. Also make up for not coming last time. What are you talking about, Madness Combat? Nice, we played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses. And I got lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the amount of people that were there. Great game, that is. Oh, okay. Got the leftovers left hanging then. Haha. Can I get you something? Let's try something. Classy. Oh, excuse me. Feel the brontini. We haven't had one of those in a while since we gave one to the old lass. Yep, this is the thing. Stella came quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah, well you know, her birthday's actually the 25th. Yeah mate, weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story after he got into her head that being born on the 25th. He was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. Had it given out crisps like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting thing stuck. Spiritual reincarnation. Gene Forge, another game called Avroom. I don't know if it spelled it right. But now, Erica's already getting sleepy drunk. Ah! That's where you're wrong, mate. This isn't alcoholic. It's tea. It's called a pina colada, but it ain't. I'm just getting a bit more into it, you know? The story says the Redmond family destroyed the spirit, Santa's spirit. That Mega Santa was reborn as the manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. Girl was the illusion as a kid. Yeah, when did you hear it on? So much she was worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about a rough period where you're angry or something. Ah, that. Sweet cheese bird. Role-playing as a drunk bartender again. Or worse. I won't go back to those days just for something like that, though. Even though I faced the same situation, I'm more mature, you know? Not a teen anymore, mate. Expected as much. Told her as much. Hey, could you get me something bubbly? Sure. Bubbly for the bubbly girl. Oh, aren't you clever? Frothy water, just because that sounds awful, but I kind of want to do it. Bubbly bubbly. But you seem a bit random, eh? Don't you remember the first time I came here? Yeah, the second white knight I've served. I remember why. Precisely because of that. Been meaning to ask about this story. What was your other work experience with the white knight? To put it simply, the total opposite of you. Huh? She came here as a part of her work, looking for information on some case. I went through the same motions, offering a drink and all that, but she came only for her job. First, she was just another private eye, but she showed me her badge and all. What kind of case was it? Wouldn't know. She never told me. She asked if I saw some people. Got pretty intense when I told her anything she was talking about. Suggested the vending machines outside. They told me the suspect climbed on them. She got the info. She left. Pretty professional, if a bit intimidating. She seemed personally invested in the case, though. As she lost her cool was suspicious. You seem to be pretty good at reading people, mate. Makes me kind of jealous. Nah, I'm not good at that. It's just a coincidence that I noticed. But you noticed? I'm not good at reading people. Even if the cue was thrown in my face, I wouldn't be able to see it. My back, sorry. A bit of a twinge. Oh. Told to compensate with another skill. Any particular reason you asked me about that event? I just found the fact that the only other white knight you served kind of weird. I mean, really, just two. Weird, I know. Spent most of my life without no interactions with the white knights. Till I met you. Means you have a nice life then. Sounded creepier than I thought. Bet. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Joe. Come again. Gotta go take a break. Cat decided to lay down on my face. The old puppy that I've been taking care of on and off for the last few weeks, he keeps trying to chew on my beard. I'll lie down and be sitting there lying with me, look at my face, and slowly crawl up, and I go, BAM! For food for 4. Okay, I'm back! Hello, Dorothy. You won't get through the bar anytime soon. You can stop walking. Ooh. Honey. Want something? The usual, I guess. The usual. The usual. What is her usual? Can't remember, so I'm going to cheat and look it up. I like chonkers cats. Oh, do you? Let's go with that. A power of the internet. Her usual is gabagool. Gabagool, is it? And here you go. I thought it was this. A sugar rush. Oh, this is nice. 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 Okay, you're freaking out. What's up with you? Hey, honey. How do you know what's real? Whoa! Lass. Seems like a bit of an interesting question. How so? I mean, how do you know you see is an actual thing? How can you tell if what you see around you is actually happening? I don't know. That's the whole concept of simulation theory, I suppose, or the last Thursdayism. Honestly, we can't. That's the point. We only have the present and only our perception. I think, therefore I am. And that's all you can hold on to, really. Beyond that, is anything real? Tells you everything. It's not actually a fabrication. God, she had a I think she's aware she's a robot. Tells me I'm not just a simulation in a computer. Well, Nice. Sorry to break it to you. You are, in fact, a robot in a computer in a robotic body, so... And those ponderings brought you to the bar. Oh, I'm at a bar. Am I? Dorothy. So you're having a solipsistic crisis of sort. Solipsistic crisis of sort. A what? Solipsism. The theory that the self is the only thing that can be known to exist. Yes, I was just right. Another thing is, reality is illusion, the universe is a hologram. Buy gold. It's the only real thing in the universe. See, it's another thing right there. That word. Solipsism. What does it even mean? Where the hell did it come from? I think, therefore I am. Descartes. I think. Solus means alone, and ipsis means self. Yes, but how did it come to be? Do you expect me to believe that a lot of people just randomly decide to make noises? Decide, hey, let's make this noise mean this. I think you'd be shocked to find out, yes, that is how it is. Doesn't make any sense. Words don't make sense. You know, she is really just going on a tirade, isn't she? Did you read a... What did you read? Did you read a bloody book on philosophy that you found in one of your clients' houses or something like that? Like, what bloody book did they have there? Like, were you reading the Critique of Pure Reason or something like that by Immanuel Kant? I'm not going to say how it actually is pronounced. We've been words for a long time. They stopped making sense. Why? Calm down. That's just semantic satiation. Stop making up words, honey. And then there's this counter. How can I show the counter is really here? It is. Please stop tapping it. Hold on, just making sure. I have something to throw at her. Dorothy's trapped in her world of Oz. She is. She bloody read the Prince by Machiavelli or something. Or Republic by Plato. Oh no, Beyond Good and Evil. Was that by Friedrich Nietzsche? Was it Nietzsche that did one? Beyond Good and Evil? I think it is Nietzsche. I know Critique of Pure Reason is Immanuel Kant. I had to do ethics when I was in university when I was younger. And philosophy. It's one of those things. Make her calm down. It's very real. Sorry, I'm just confused. Trying to throw at her. That piano woman's nice. We're all just Avatar. Makes yourself as you. Who knows? I know she likes the piano woman, so let's go with that. There you go, Ross. Stop talking counter and this close to throw you at your face. Let's start from the beginning. Since when do you have this existential crisis? Since earlier today, I think. But I don't know, it's all too sudden. I was thinking about everything that happened from a week ago until now. How much fun I was having, how much I loved everyone around me. Oh no. Catastrophization. Thoughts started piling up in my mind. What is love? What is fun? Is that all real? Am I real? What tells me I'm actually in a body? What if I'm just some computer somewhere thinking it has a body? What if I'm just a human girl in a comatose dream? It tells me that you're real. Huh? For all I know, I might be a figment of someone else's imagination, or even that I'm an AI simulation in some computer that thinks it's human. I've been there, Dorothy. That existential doubt and crisis, that uncertainty about whether things are real or not. Leave that to the fellows who make books on it. Come from other moments, but I remember having panic attacks and scratching my arm to feel something. The panic attacks gave me such a rush of adrenaline, so I couldn't feel the scratch. The fear got worse. But I gave over it. Oddly enough, I read a book. The Last Rain in the World, one of my favourites. The one point I cried the book and realised I was crying over fake things, a story and its characters. Didn't care less for them because they were fake. Why not think of reality like that too? And the thing is, Even if you're not real, does it make it any less real? Here's the question I pose to all of you. There is no way to confirm if you're not real. Those doubts are pointless, and I know that's a weird way of putting it. That's how I got over that sort of thing. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change how things are. Knowing that just makes things worse. And that's how I got over it. I just went, this is pointless. I'm running in circles, causing myself pain when it means nothing, because it doesn't change anything. If I'm a brain in a jar or living in a simulation of everyone's figments of my imaginations, I think, therefore I am. And that's all that there is. So I told us, at least. This was immediate, but that focus helped me. Can I take this drink? I made it for you. Okay then. Well, it was a drink with ice, so... Yeah. Love that a lot. Yes, doubting your existence won't change your reality. Exactly. Very poetic. And it burns and itches a bit. I'll get you a towel. Delivery for diners. Oh, I've been here before. Mr. Mario, welcome back. Who's that? She's my boss. I'll get it for her. Sign here, please. It's a big package. What if it's inside? If you don't open it, something perishable, maybe it'll be refrigerated. Let's see. It's a wiener. A really big wiener. Hey, honey. What? A big package with a big wiener inside. It's me, Mario. That looks like an Akira reference. What will your boss use with such a thing? I don't know if she'll cook it. Perhaps chop it. Hey, honey. Seems the wiener's too big to eat correctly. Stop it. Maybe you could prepare some right now. What do you say, honey? Want some of your boss's wiener? Well... It's me, Chris Pratt. We had this conversation last time this fellow turned up. Seriously, Jill. She's the... making the jokes. And the other one's trying not to laugh too loud at him. Jill has a interesting sense of humor. Yeah, cook this without permission. She'll hang us upside down. And she'll hang me upside down. Hey, Jacket boy, what's your name? I'm Mario. Come, Mario, I'll buy you a drink. You might have another delivery, you know. This is the last one. I'll accept your offer. I like when he smiles. He's got a nice smile. I like his smile. I have a sunshine cloud. And you? I'm fine. I didn't ask if you were fine. I asked if you wanted a sunshine cloud. There you go. Hey, call me Dorothy. You can also call me Darling for the right amount. It's me, Half-Life 3. Ha! Now that would only ever happen if the world was truly a simulation. Because unless the higher powers intervene, there is no way Half-Life 3 is going to exist. Absolutely. Yeah, Dorothy, why'd you buy me a drink? Just to let you know, I don't swing that way. What way, Lilum? I'm a man's man. I like men, okay? I like that. A man's man. That's good. I like that. How do you think about that? That's very good. I love this Mario fella. He's clever. Not there's anything wrong with liking women, but... Oh, don't worry. I wasn't hitting on you. I'm thanking you. Thanking me? Your package let me see honey laughing like an idiot. Easier than you'd think. Are you happy now? I don't know. Fits to what she was telling me earlier. I'm more calm when I enter. Glad to help, I guess. Well, duty calls. Bye, Mario. Bye, John. Bye, honey. Enjoy your big wiener. Out with you. Be gone. Seems like a nice girl. I don't mean it to sound like I get it, I get it. You like guys. It's very clear. Yeah, you like motorcycles, don't you? I do, yeah. Have you been in the motor district? Spend all my free time in the motor district, actually. Ah. I'm not sure what they say about all the legal races going on there. You're not a cop, are you? Huh? You're a cop? As far as I remember, no. Cops have sleeper agents. So he's gay Akira, yes. That's about how to go with it, yes. I mean, there are illegal races, but there are also semi-legal leagues going on there. Semi-legal? The authorities acknowledge that the race is going on. However, they don't know the race goes on within them, however. Modified engines, casualties, substance abuse. The illegal ones end up being safer in the end. Have you ever heard about the biker called Christine Love? Oh, Miss Love, of course. Everyone knows who she is. What about it? He's a gang as dangerous as it is. And he's like Mario. He's a colourful character in all ways of the word, I'd say. Absolutely a most colourful character. Don't it nice? They look intimidating enough, but the truth is, nobody has faced them directly. Oh, wahoo. Nobody wants to be the one that got beaten to a pulp if they turn out to be what they seem. So a gang's just there, menacingly doing their own thing, not bothering anyone. Do you want anything else? I'll have a piano man. Sing me the song of the piano man. Sing me the song tonight. All in the mood for a melody. And you've got us feeling alright. This is nice. Hey, you do an item? Jeez, Gillian. Kind of rude, but fair enough. What are you trying to say with that laughter, Gil? No, we're not. What's wrong with you? It's the again, it's the You work with this hunk of a man. You don't feel the least bit tempted. How could you be so calm with his smell so close to you? Oh, you're one of those people, are you? Really one of those fellas? Have you ever heard the expression, his past is a fucking weight and I don't want to carry? His past is a fucking weight I don't want to carry. If he ever has a past at all, I've been having my doubts lately. Are you implying he's not good game? Oh, don't misunderstand. Gil is good game. Hell, he's not bad looking, he's a gentleman, he's always attentive. He's also distant and will take many steps back when he feels like he's getting too close to somebody. You don't have to marry him, just push him into a closet. Just to lower the sauce levels. And they're not interested. You annoy me, bartender. You don't see what you have right in front of you. Oh, this is reminding me of conversations from a long time ago. Back when I knew a few fellas who were in that sort of movies in the 70s and 80s. It just, sorry, it really tickles me fancy, this sort of thing. Sort of over-enthusiastic. The over-enthusiastic gay man, I suppose. I've met a few in my life back in the day. They're good fun. And this sort of thing, I've been in this sort of conversation as a sort of spectator. I wasn't the one getting yelled at. Them be like, whoa, but it was funny. I'm out. Please go again. Gil, you heartbreaking fuckboy. Did anything happen? I discovered I have a sense of the humor of an 8-year-old. Did anything new happen? Hey, they brought you a package. My curated wiener. Gift from my folks. It's delayed in customs, but here it is. You want some of it? Ah! That's a new one. Oh, the end of the day. There you go. I just didn't check what we actually had to do. Maneki Neko, eh? How much does the Maneki Neko cost me? Only $5.50? Oh, it's JC Elton's. I didn't realize that I forgot that was a reference to JC Denton. Should we do it? It's only a couple of days to get the money. You know what? We're gonna get every money. We'll just be distracted today. Unfortunately. The bar called Valor. Oh dear. I'm so full of myself. You are. He's just like me. Bartender can be a little dick. How no? She's cute. I can take it if she's cute. I just realized that. Didn't you not realize JT Denton? Yeah, JT Denton. I just realized that too. There you go. Clever, clever, clever. Took us this long, eh? Only 3 days before the game ends. But the guy seems to be more of a bro. So you had a conversation with her. Did you actually enter? No, I just heard it from a distance. Just chat. Like, chill, people. Can I smoke? No. Yeah. There you go. Not looking at the screen, that's why. Fair enough. Just member of Vic. RPG opens charts 3 copies. Postmodern RPG, yeah, I wonder what that is. Hatsune Miku Project are E-Master, and Sting's Face Remaster. All remasters, eh? Good God. Wouldn't marry's anime pillow. Nobody is actually surprised. Got the time, Gren. You have fun. You have fun too. Space colony, develop army. Have an army. We'll have to have a set. Terrorist group does not exist. Let the Alpha Power British government. The only reason the law is they can have control over the population. Speak of the Hatsune Miku takeover, apparently. Yeah. Well, let's try and earn as much money as we can. We're going to be distracted today. Good evening, and actually before that, give me a moment, I'm going to have to run to the porcelain throne for a bit. Got some responsibilities to fulfill. Maybe I'll grab that cheese on the way back too, and have some crackers that I've got. Back in a moment. I'm back, and I have not brought you a slushie, Jack. Get your own. Jump down to 7-Eleven, get yourself a $1 slushie or whatever they have there. I've just picked up myself some cheese. Nice little wax-contained cheese. My crackers, my jats. I assume jats exist elsewhere, do they? Jats should be pretty common, right? Aren't it? I don't know. Do you have jats over there? They're kind of crackers you put with cheese. No slushy? Yeah. Didn't ask quick enough, mate. That was your problem. Should have been a bit quicker on the gun. Just trying to get this cheese excavated from... It's a bit of aged cheddar. Quite nice. Was the 7-Eleven not open? Well, I wasn't heading to the 7-Eleven, I was heading to my kitchen. 7-Eleven probably is open. It's just I'm not going to bother walking down that far. There is one at the end of... nearby where I am, actually. The end of this... well, not quite the end of this street, but something close to the end of this street. But aged cheddar. Some crackers. Delicious. Get some taquitos. Good evening, everyone. And to get firecrackers. Ah, the bots are active today. He's right, we need some. Wouldn't firecrackers scare out the door? Yeah, good idea. Go ahead. Goodness, she does not like those dogs. As a cat lover, you also know how to get excited about firecrackers a whole lot more when dogs are involved. Oh, Dame is here. Greetings. Anyway, let's start. Time to mix drinks and change lives as I eat crackers and cheese. I'm just crackers around. Crackers about cheese, Gromit. Crackers about cheese. Ah, the guy that wouldn't come back twice. Yeah, shut up. Oh, it's Ingram. Yeah, shut up, mate. By any chance, did you something fly over here 2 weeks ago? On Friday? Yeah. A lot of Woody's explosion noises throughout the night. By far as I understand, those were made by a flying drone or something like that. So it flew by, eh? Take it you know made the noise. Let's just say, keep it whatever the drone story you heard. Right. This got annoying after a while though, I must say. So it remained in the vicinity. I don't know what counts as in the vicinity, but yeah. Distant explosions all night. Interesting, so it didn't get that far away. Now get me a blast blast. Damn it, I'm dropping cheese everywhere. I was hoping I'd get that under my mouth before that. There you go, mate. I like chow down on some cheese. Let's keep going. Well, we didn't mess it up. Rude. If I may interject. You looking for a fight? I'm certainly not. You really think you stand a chance? You're like half his size. I can fight dirty. He kills people for a living. I can fight. Well, gotta love a man who knows how to stand his ground. Jill, please, you make me sound like a savage. It would be like me saying that you get people drunk for a living. It's not wrong, but there are better ways of saying stuff like that. You're right, I'm sorry. And like I said, I am not looking for a fight. I just noticed you seem to like strong drinks. What about it? Well, to be honest, it's a rare sight in this bar. I'd even come to believe I was the only one here who enjoys them aside from the owner. May I suggest you try a suplex next time? Might be to your liking. Okay, let's try this suplex thing. Right. I'm a bartender at a tender bar. Haha. There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff, mate. Bit less burning than the punchy pile driver. Say, your face looks somehow familiar, mister. Call me Jamie. And you are? I'm Ingram. Anyway, I think I saw your face somewhere. Maybe when I needed to look for specific file it. Did you perhaps go through the nano machine, Big Sponge? Oh, I did actually. Figured as much. Only a handful of people do that. Almost all of them are the people with nanomachine rejection that feel oddly suicidal. So, I go through the whole thing. Rejection? Need to hide something? The second one. It's easier to remain undetected when you have no means to track you or your activity. Ah, I see. How does the expunge work? You lie in a pressure chamber and they give you a special IV solution. Causes nanomachine rejection while giving you the antibodies needed to prevent them from getting back in. For 5 hours, you're trapped in a bed while a horrible pressure builds up in your body. The nanomachines are forced out. Like little needles all over your body. You feel them in your eyes, in your gums, your toes, everywhere. After all that, I need to implant you with a mechanism that constantly resists the same antibodies. Yeesh, it doesn't sound great. They're things people will do, I suppose. What are you having, Jamie? This is a gut punch. Yeah, should have figured. Hey, give me one of those. Sure. A gut punch, eh? Whenever there's optional alcohol, I always put exactly 10 in. Yeah, love these things. Looks a bit different from yours. I actually added a couple of extras in his, actually. So, where's the antibody unit they stuck into you, Jamie? Inside, like all the other maintenance systems. It can be troublesome at times, but the perks of not having nanomachines in the body outweigh the cons. And the rest of the enhancements, mate? Were you reconstructed, or have you been adding them over time, mate? Over time, by either getting a much-needed enhancement or through fixing injuries. Oh, I see. Well, it was a pleasure, Jamie, but I gotta leave. Nice meeting you, Ingram. Let's come again. Don't count on it. You've said that twice. He has, hasn't he? Shut up. Well, he seems like a nice fellow. I won't call him a bastard, but he's not the nicest in the bunch. Maybe you called him on a bad day. No, I think you're just good at bringing the nicer side of people. It's shocking, that. Oddly enough. Guys tires the hell out of me. It was someone that's in a good mood. Give me a bad touch with you. That way you'll be in a good mood too. Jelly, you have such a petty sense of humor. Guilty as charged? So much put you in a good mood. Oh yeah, that. Today my sister was supposed to go in court for all the custody proceedings. Of course, not only does she show up later than her husband and drunk at that, but also dressed like she got fucked in the back of a parking lot. And oh, she even forgot to bring her kids! Luckily my parents brought them to court. The judge assigned my kids to my parents for the time being. She really messed it up, eh? What accent? She had the Kath and Kim voice, didn't she? When they came back to the house and Diana started throwing a temper tantrum, she said it was lucky her husband didn't get the kids because the angst would make her jump into the hallway. So Eva comes and says, then make sure it kills you, because we aren't dealing with you as a cripple. Oh, good God. Jesus Christ. Kids. Bloody hell of a thing, aren't they? Bloody kids, eh? Or shouldn't reinforce that behaviour, but... I don't know. Maybe it was the torment, but... Oh, I've been laughing for an hour now. Felt quite the animosity for Diana, don't you? She and I used to be the closest of friends when I was 7 or 8. We played all the time. We slept on the same bed. Then she turned into a teen. Stopped playing. She had other things she wanted to do. Oh, I could forgive her for all of that. Oh, man, an age difference and all. There's something in particular I still can't forgive. It was a day she invited her friends into the house and I went to ask her something. As I was leaving, one of her parents asked if I was her sister, and she said she had no little sisters. Oh, I think it was the moment finally broke the pedestal I held her on. I admired as much as a kid could admire someone, you know. Little by little, that admiration finally wore off till it reached the breaking point. Oh, I felt betrayed. I haven't been able to forgive her after 40 years. Hey, it's not that I still hold a grudge against her, but rather the Diana said all those things so many years ago is the same Diana that I know today. How so? She hasn't matured one bit. She's still as selfish, childish and immature as I was back then. When you see her, you don't see an adult, you see an overgrown, horny teen. So aside from destroying any admiration for her, she made sure not to fix that impression. But enough about me, mate. How are you? Everything's fine aside from this note. This note. My dead ex's sister. Yeah? I got this note from her. Let's see. Wow, she must really feel bad about the whole thing. As do I. So, what's the problem? Same fear that drove me away from her in the first place. Right. Give me a brandini, will you? There's a little story I want to tell you. Brandini, she says. This is the thing. Let's start. Boo! Oh, god damn it! It's that bloody ghost again! Somebody's trying to give me emotional support, you incorporeal child! You non-physical brat, stuff off! I'm trying to have a deep and meaningful conversation here. Oh no. This is a story of a girl who grew up disillusioned with one of her sisters. Soon, it became animosity. Not long after that, she distanced herself completely from said sister. With time, the girl would become attached to her elder sister, looking up to her achievements. All I can look at right now are those boobs. Of course. Yeah. Not now. Said sister would even marry the girl's best friend not too after. And after the girl went to college, said sister would quit her job. The sister was worried sick about leaving the baby kid alone, prompting her to quit her high-ranking job. If I hire your high-ranking lips, god damn it, Anna. The girl, even as an adult, felt betrayed. Her role model sister went against everything she held in high esteem. She was no longer a child, and yet she felt like a part of her had crumbled. Hey Joe, can I lift her sweater? Do you want to see? I bet you want to see. Alright, the point is, if you don't face her, she'll be heavily disappointed. He's trying to make amends with you, mate. That must take courage, lots of it. My mouth's dry, can I get a beer? That lass, I tell you. She is really ramping up her shenaniganery, isn't she, in these days? There you go. Thanks. So tell me, did you and this Gabby girl get along? Oh yeah. Never had brothers and sisters, but once Lenore introduced me to her sister-in-law, she got so excited about having a new sister that clung to me a lot. Helped in her studies, read books with her, played with her. She was pretty much my sister too. Oh, I have to leave, but I'll tell you this, mate. Both as a big and a little sister. If you don't grant that girl the chance of talking to you, I'll never forgive you. Yeah. There's a small Unions party this Saturday if you're interested. Oh, sure, I'll be there. Remember, won't forgive you. Yeah. Go take my break. Alrighty then. You haven't even said goodbye to you, didn't you hear? This ghost lass really pushing the edges, isn't she? That's chilly today. Is it though? Well, I guess it's winter for these people. Wherever the hell Glitch City happens to be. I actually don't know where it is in the world. I'm changing one song because I'm bored. Wait. Jill! Kid's looking for you. Oh, shit. Norma. Ah! I forgot about you, child. Why does everyone seem to wear, like, skin-tight suits up to their neck in this world? Hello, child. Oh. Whew. You're back! Oh, fuck you. You know I'm not giving you any drinks, right? Yeah, actually, I wanted to thank you. Oh, she thought it was for her. Thank me? Well, for starters, by not complying me and giving me alcohol. Everything else would have fallen apart if I had some. Oh, so responsible, Joe. I kind of faced my mum and told her about all the pressure she was putting on me. And I wanted to figure out what I want to do. And, well, she didn't speak to me for 2 days. After she told it'd be a waste of money in university just for me not to give it my all. Got me to still go to a college course, but I was free to explore. Glad to hear it. And, well, I want to thank you for that. Me? But what had said first in my original plan, things would have gotten ugly. And you were right. I'd be hurting for the sake of hurting. So thank you. Wow, what a responsible kid. I probably would have been so embarrassed I would have never come back. As a kid, at least. God, this kid's got a head on her shoulders, that's for sure. Right, now, considering the bloody wart that seems to be attached to her in the shape of a girl with a bowl cut, maybe she's got 2 heads on her shoulder. I'll leave before it's too late outside. But be careful. Oh, so sweet. Mind helping me here? Sure. Make a Bleeding Jane, please. On it. Bleeding Jane. Hey Joe, do you hate me? Hate is a harsh word. It's not against you directly, but the fact that I can only see you. Like I told you, if they wanted, they could see me. And why can I? Because you're the main character, don't I? What are you? A cute girl. Right. Oh yeah, you make a lot of faces there. Just remembering stuff. Give me a hand here and serve a beer, please. Beer, eh? How would you lighten up if I showed you I can interact with the environment? Maybe it'll spook me, but let's try. There! Ah, she's taken away the borders! Why would she do that? My edges! Can't see anything. You sure? Yep. Weird. She made that a lot more intense. Dear oh dear. Very fourth wall breaking. Stop looking at me, lass. I don't like you. Changing everything to high definition. The Dorothy Inquisition. Dorothy Inquisition. The Dorothy... I bit my tongue. Hey! No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Except they all do. Can't believe I'm using a spare tongue so early in the night. Honey! Hey, Dorothy. Hey, a quick stop for a drink. Can I get a frothy drink? Sure. Hey yo, the anime characters are back. They are indeed. Before you leave. What, you fucking use party too? Yep. Sure, I'll be there. Well, I've got things to do, so. You do? Who does what? Sorry, I just sneezed. Weird sneezes. How chief weapons are. Anyway, I'm out for now. Oh yeah, Joe. Take care of Becky, please. Who the hell is Becky? Who's Becky? Who's what? They never expect me to habla español de la nada. You said, I said nothing. Hey, fuck that noise. It's sold out everywhere. Don't seem super upset, mate. People do use fireworks on New Year's, especially in a lawless wasteland like this city. Shady means. She's gonna buy them from the internet. She'll find them and put us all at risk of burning. And I'm sure there'll be an extinguisher at hand. Yep, I guess that's it today. You sure you're fine? I am, don't worry. Hey Jill, mind if I ask a silly question? You've seen my clients, you can assume I don't mind silly questions. Silly answers can get on my nerves, though. Sorry, what did you want to ask? Do you know why they call them cat boomers? I've actually been curious about this as well. Why do they call them that? Okay, cats, but the word boomer seems out of place. Consider it's not them, but their parents are called as such. Yeah, let's go back a bit first. You know, cat boomers look like that, right? Because they went through some gene rejection treatment while they were still a fetus, right? It's called the Yamazaki-Romanova treatment. Or is it Yamaneko Yamadai treatment? The Roma... Let's call it the catification procedure. Also the only first successful genetic treatment on a fetus, but also the first way to fight nanomachine rejection. Moreover, the research is a bit of a rocky story. Funding got cut in the middle of it, a critical point that can make or break the whole thing. Not to mention Zaibatsu Corp's round of not addressing nanomachine rejection at all. The rest of the research was funded by Maki Stregnovich. Was it Stregnovich? Let's call her Stregnovich for now. He's a businessman whose unborn daughter got diagnosed with early nanomachine rejection. Stregnovich funded the research, and in a desperate move, his wife offered herself and her daughter as test subjects. Of course, the experiment was a success. The girl, Sylvia Stregnovich, didn't die, but became a living testament of a scientific breakthrough. But then the story of how things played out for Sylvia got sensationalized in the media and created a weird fad. Going under the catification procedure, even if it had no elements at all. All because one particular girl whose life got saved, the treatment became a media darling for a bit. A whole generation of kids with those cat-like protrusions got bored. And their parents got cat boomers. A generation of parents obsessed with cat-like features. Fad quickly passed, but the term remained in use. Wow, this is some serious, what do they call it again? I've suddenly forgotten. The word terminology for story. So, this is certainly a lot of exposition. There we are. Some serious exposition. Cat boomer just started to be used for people with the protrusions instead of their parents. Keep calling them protrusions. Why is that? Because that's what they are. Huh. Didn't think those things were actually ears, right? Sure, they can be moves because they're connected to facial muscles and ears. Thus, they can move like a cat's and react to their mood. But in the end, they're just appendages with no real function. Ah. Still surprises me a bit, though. The biggest mutation they get after treatment is just that. Those ears are a small miracle on their own. People have been rolled with no eyes for less intrusive procedures. You thought they were functional ears, huh? Let's just say I learned quite a bit today. Thank you. Don't worry, I feel like I should apologize for talking so much. Keep in mind, I'm fucking up the terms. Now that's everyone who does that sort of thing. Catification procedure. Oh, no. Wait. What? Yeah, the guy's name was Stendovich. Huh? I just remember Sylvia Stregnovich was around my age. When I was a teen, there were TV specials featuring her. Just remember that I had a biggest crush on her. And now that I really think about it, a crush had me very confused back then. Did you just need a shout about that just now? Sorry. Anyway, I'm out for the day. Off she goes. Oh, look. A Shining reference. All booze and no firecrackers makes Dana a dull girl. Surviving in Glitch City. Don't go out. Mugged. Rice, butter, la-di-da-di-da. What's the news got for me today? British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles. Yeah, that's what it's called. British Trademark Council. There you go. Too greedy. Of course, that fellow would say they're making too much money. Wearing socks in crowds of public is now a crime. Yep, I can tell that. Yep, fair enough. Department for Public Decency. That's a worrying department to have. Youth prefers Lillum Company. Fair enough. Make your own pose. Don't even get me started. There you go. Anime. Kira Nicky's not said much recently. Well, let's look at that Kira Nicky poster. Thursday the 29th. Good evening. We're really flying through these days. What is public decency? The opposite of public indecency, I suppose. Or, no. Public decency is the opposite of private indecency. Yeah, that's the difference. But funnily enough, they're both the same thing if you look at it. And almost everything, but we're missing a couple of things. So I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as the official guy who goes and buys the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea what that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I would leave the bar should at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. Not going to say anything, Jill? If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Give me the list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. You know Gil has a crush? He what? Client of his. Girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming to him for ages. She's only started opening up. He's taking steps backwards and I'm not gonna let him. He's opening up, for fuck's sake. So the errands will take him to the bazaar, I guess. That's right. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me... Go with a crush, eh? This place. Great. Oh, if it isn't... Oh my goodness! It's been a while, lass. Hey Jill! Sorry, but is it anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy on my trail. Boss! Stalked woman incoming! Door's open! Go ahead. Door on the left. Thanks. Hello there! Oh, hi there! The other one, that's the bathroom. Wait, the dog's still in the bathroom? Now, where did she... Oh, god damn it, Dunno! Oh, for God's sake, Dunno! We've talked about this. You've got to stop stalking your bloody target, your damn interviewees. We've talked about this, Dunno. It's been a while. How you been? Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Is it now? Hey kid, I'll have the usual. Right. And be after 2 weeks, eh? This guy, old Dunner. Old M. Dunner. Or is it D. Dunner? It's a big beer, if I remember correctly. There you go, mate. Now, you know, shove off, mate. This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all the things happening, they'd have to stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for vacations, and I can't afford to be understaffed. So I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports. I see no difference in my fate, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you don't know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right? A shitty page that will over-centralize anything, report useless things. Of course I know. And why not try to rectify that image? To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the bulls, in a non-pleasant way. Zaibatsu Corp and the company have a eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to find you with. Twice and you'll find resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, in the best case scenario, and they'll buy the damn operation to keep it quiet. I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever the lackeys are putting out that week, but if I overstep, my eyes is on the line. Glad to see this hello is still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit and closing bars lately. Oh yeah, that. Yesterday they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. Last week they closed 3 more bars that served as legal chicken restaurants. Ah. Not to mention, there are hundreds of people with BTC certifications but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. Don't know about you, but it's pretty obvious for me that restructuring will begin at the EPCC after this whole thing. Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. No use out talking about that. Alright, kid, let's try that moon last now. Come again? Hey, even I have to make a break from routine time to time. Moon blast, indeed. Sweet girl, happy. There we are, sir. Now, let's see what the old ruckus is about. So, what brought you here? All right. Did you see that Lidum coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. He's the one from the Encore concert coming up. Not really. Did she jump on the roof then? Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview? Not really. Just hitting on her. Donovan, you've got to stop acting like that. Goodness gracious. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring. I don't think there's much difference, mate. God damn it, Donovan. Why? Are you bored? Don't you have, like, family or something? Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also, hot ass and tits. I'm suffering from the weirdest combo of being hot and curious as shit. I just want to know what details king-class Chia models are. Personally. And so you followed her. God, this fellow is really burning any figment of reputation he had with me. Any level of respect I had for this man. God. How many drinks has he had before he got here? I've yet to meet a woman that can't resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson. You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something? A wife! But that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. I'm glad you have this handled. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off with the thought of me cheating on her. So, that little isn't here, huh? I'll have to find some bloody replacements tonight or I'll explode. You have to on to send me a pile driver. Oh, for God's sake. God, you're an awful man. No class. And he'd probably say, what's the point of class? It doesn't make you any money. Alright. Well, seeing she's not here, I have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone who looks a bit like her. The guy left. Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Dana. I hope your sister likes the video. No, thank you. Seems you had a hearty talk. This is so much fun, person. My sister's a fan of mine, so I recorded more video for her and took a couple of photos. All right of you. It's nothing really. She did her so I missed the least I could do. Well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet? Besides, I want something sweet. Blue fairy. Seems relatively appropriate. Oop. And all of the drinks. Thank you. So, do you know why Donovan was following you? Oh, I don't, but it wasn't in the... Oh, what's the accent? Yeah, oh, hey. I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time, too. The worst I've dealt with, but I just don't want to humour him. I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you. You don't say. Well, it's not like you'd have a chance anyway. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship. Wait, what? It's not common knowledge. The ones that hear it try to miss his rumours, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now. Really? We both signal, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. It all started when I read an entry I made in my blog about writing experienced love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? Yeah, smooth. I already knew him well enough, and it wouldn't hurt to try. Yes, he's a stick in the mud where planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise. I've met 2 fans of yours lately. Really? Both of them seemed excited when you were talking about you. It was amazing. I don't like the term fan too much. It struck me as a bit pretentious, in my opinion. I have many fans. Doesn't sit so well. I have many people who like my music better. Fan invokes an uglier, more pretentious image for me. Do you like what I do, Jill? Do you like my music? To be honest, I haven't had much exposure to your work, but a few things I've heard are really good. I'm not gonna lie, having talked to you, I feel like I would support you even if I didn't like it. So nice to hear. Hey, this sounds familiar, but do you ever like tea? I see. Wasn't there a tea in, the shop at one point? Yeah. This works. So, you're King Class CH1A, eh? That I am. I'll ask you something about your model. Sure. Are there any differences between you and DFC-72? We both serve the same purpose, but DFC-72s have a port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of the D10-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced, and our foos are smoother. Trade-off for functionality and power for appearance, you could say. I see. Anything new for this concert? Well, this is an encore, so we're trying to make it the same for those that couldn't go to the first one. We always try to spice it up, maybe with a surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of a song by Blink. Perhaps the 182nd second Blink. Also in return, they sang Your Love Is a Drug. You know the B-Link girls. Really nice kids. You should be surprised how different they are on the stage personas, huh? Really. Suzu, for Atlanta, could be really childish at times. She laughs a lot, and loudly. Meanwhile, Ina is a party girl through and through. If they're not on a tour, she spends her time partying like crazy. Hard to believe, I mean, their image is that of stoic girls with little expression. Almost like living Victorian dolls or something. Well, they wanted to pop at the public. They once told me if we wanted people to notice us, we'd break the cutesy idol concept. And so they took the opposite route, becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs. I wouldn't say they went the opposite way. The opposite of cutesy idols would be unkept, tone-deaf girls spewing vitriol and hate. True, I guess. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Very good. Well, I'm gonna go, but let's have a sparkle star first. They're trying to get her drunk again this game. I'll give her a couple of it. This game is determined to get a drunk. Sparkling. Well, always a pleasure, Jill. Come in. Will do. Oh, handsome bartender. Nice to meet you. Ah. Goss as well is back. Taking my break. Alright. Note yourself, buy oil for that door. Too lazy. You're in my spot, please. Oh, sorry. Clean one of the boss's chicken buckets. Did boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Greetings. Oh, Stella. 2 days in a row, eh? What can I get for you? I'll go with the Bleeding Jane today. Bleeding Jane, I still haven't managed to get a good Bloody Mary, you know? Still haven't managed to make a good Bloody Mary. They're always awful when I make them. Maybe I just don't like the drink, but I always stuff them up a bit. I need to have the exact ingredients before I'll be happy with it. Waiting for say? Came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped by to say hi. Oh, pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean. Really clean. Bill's the one you know over that one, too. Guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever needed cleaning stuff, he's a nice pick. Really? Mm-hmm. He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Still, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone's paying small fortunes to get their hands on white nice suits. I think I read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. Anyway, how was the gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many youths dropped their armor right there and there and fled with the lynchings went on. Many white knights still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off men to run away. It all happened in the middle of the room, so they're sicking ducks if they didn't. Some were not that lucky. They got beaten up right there in the move. So between the suits becoming glorified paperweights, many white knights are going the run. End up being a lot of junk running around. The whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on the race to reverse engineer the suits and take much as the technology as possible from them. Of course, every single piece of high armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see profits of that research justify those expenditures? It's new tech, whole new field ripe with patents, open to many, so I'd say yes. I'm gonna pour myself another cup of tea. Just a small amount of the iced tea. Been a while since I've used this iced tea jug, actually. It's been a long while since I used this jug. These are junk. They didn't work for the knights, won't work for anyone else. But they can try and reverse engineer them, that's the thing. That's why they want them. They're pieces of junk right now, but they could lead to money in the future. Ha! I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built on patents and trademarks, as I can see now. There's one weird case. Though... Oh, excuse me. One weird case, though. There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Nick, the guy had a really small unit, 5 people, including himself. The aesthetics of the unit were heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. What? It looked really gaudy. Turned out the guy actually broke through the software and made the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not only, suits of armor that the OS attacked. They say they're amongst the most wanted people would be an understatement. It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. Also helps to put a front that makes people lower their guard. Should sound familiar to you. Wait. Here's a freebie. Fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and law didn't allow that technology near civilians. Not that you couldn't use it, just wasn't allowed to be near civilians. Guess even the Cyberpunk courts had a limit there. People love to demonize Zaibatsu, because let's face it, they're far from innocent. They're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're a big corporation. They just want to have control of what testabates to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you're in for lots of trouble. Let's not start with theme parks or the like. Dystopias of their own. Then go to the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyway. He's at the front of the council behind Zaibatsu shows. He makes a fool of himself, and the attention is taken away from whatever the Zaibatsu Corp is actually doing. So you're saying Glitch City is basically a huge theme park? I've called White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yes. No, seriously, and what? Can I get a Brandtini here? Henshin, eh? Age and mixed. There you go. Almost forgot how to do that one. Thank you. Whistle made it for a hell of a lot of days recently. Take it you're in a good mood today. Does it charm? A bit. Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Mirai Nikki Kira Miki concert. Nice. Alright, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised too. I was more surprised when she remembered my name, though. It's like last time, she was quite graceful client. Man, so those rumors of being really nice in person were actually true. Amazing. I mean, you always want some famous people to be nice in some real life. Having such backing to that claim, to hear she's so nice to everyone. It's nice to hear, you know. In fact, many think that's what made her famous so quickly. She's down to earth, totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for. Oh, I see. I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. It's true. To be honest, I never put much into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea what I use, nor do I care that much. Being like a nice person will take you far, though. My daddy, I don't like that, always insisted being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. He actually managed to get contracts over more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall. Sounds like good advice. And also, Daddy? You don't believe me saying she was just here that easily. You're not the kind of person to lie about stuff like that, for so sure. Thank you, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad has always had a unit keeping an eye for me from a distance. And you'll be surprised how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. See, I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with saying her wounds. Well, they should be probably nag at me how she doesn't need it. We shouldn't abuse that. Can you get a classic drink? Sure. Let me classic. A beer, old mate. Nothing more classic than a bevy. Nothing more classic than a bevy, mate. Hey, do you have any servants around the house still? I do, but they've been with us so long, they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. We even had a younger gardener. He left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend to the plants. That sounds nice. Let me know if you have any need of a job. I might find you something. Thanks for the offer. Wait. I just realised something's up with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't that all be tech patented anyway? Trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about the White Knight's untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be the database that somebody could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. I don't know how it mobilized everyone still inside one of those suits. So the ones that were holding the law did so using the suits are all by means illegal. The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why did it? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. For the most part, you are. And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious. Have you ever had to cop up any fuck-ups using money? Well, I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. Well, Jill, gotta go. Always a pleasure. Oh, Alma. No, hello. Pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, or something I will fight to uphold. And first the greeting stop, then please and thanks stops, and before you know it, boom, total anarchy. That's catastrophization if I've ever heard it. Am not. Excuse me. In fact, I'll go through that door again, and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Fine. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over a many quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly nappy, suddenly there came a tapping, as one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis the visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more. You overdid it. You totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, I did not. So, you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with the big Colbert velvet. You don't get many big Colbert velvets. Ah. On the rocks, mixed. There you go, mate. Thank you. Oh yeah, something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadowmaster 69 Chronicles ring any bells? Wow, you went pale. No, the name doesn't ring any bells. May 2nd. May 22nd. Today, my daily card readings told me that I'd made a great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I had been picked for an inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew. A scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into occult science singularity. Those entries don't seem to have much going that well, though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill. I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. Oh, I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all the stuff archived. Why? Why? Relax. It's not that bad. Why do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realise how embarrassing it all is? We've all been young, Jill. Relax. It's not like you're still at that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? The odds know, I gave her the whole occult stuff. Just remembering all that stuff is... Ugh. I don't know. I like the way it looked. All dressed in black with those rare accessories popping out thanks to the colours. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So you have a pick. Oh god, you have a pick. Why do you have to do this to me? Why do you dig out my sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday, I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Gotta confess, I'm pretty lost with the story of the game. Ha! That's where you're up. There is no story, except for everyone's personal story. A whole heap of threads just weaving in and out of each other. Like a really shit scarf. The main crux, though, is the 31st, or the New Year's party happening soon. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity. Threads that connect to something. Yes, well, we've got a ghost girl who appears to know that they're in a game. You've got poor old Jill having to deal with the death of her ex-girlfriend. She didn't want to break up with her. Her desire for freedom did, and there was a whole fight, and she never regretted it, and she never talked to her again. There's a lot, folks. Go spider person, tell you all the bloody parts revealed. Well, many people have seen, everyone's seen my arms. There's a few streams. Which streams was it again? That would have been the, few of the cooking streams, the New Year's cocktail stream. They all had my arms in it, so cool spider person. CSP. They have been revealed, my hands and my fashion sense. They've both been revealed. Be that for you to judge if that was a good thing or not. It'll be a long time before I reveal my face. Even though this one's a pretty good one, I'd say. Owen looks slightly more handsome in real life. Oh, just used the search engine, you know? Didn't even request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realise your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then. Like I said, relax. You're obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kind of almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Everything in your gloves, not your hands. Also, your PS2. That's true. If they think you're still a girl that kissed them for fun, and they're lonely to boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. Or I have to ask, why the 69? Supposed to be 69, not like 69, not 69, like in reference to both Lovers and the Hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read as 6'9". I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I fucking knew what 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then, mate? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten this thing up. I'll have a sugar rush. Sugar rush is trending now, aren't they? Oops. Oh, I went bronze and I keep missing that sometimes. Wow, I'm really just being stupid with this one, aren't I? This is the thing. So, speaking of the past, what's your last long-term relation like? That's sudden. Dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Oh, fond. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing? Yep. Ah, well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who I'd describe as such, but I've introduced my family and all. First one was in high school. Broke up with him because he cheated on me. Or remember, the other girl was just trying to pick a fight, and me just saying, keep the fucker. Second was during my freshman year. Broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. Talked with him friendly yet, and then before you know it, anyway. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but wanted to get married after only half a year of knowing him. Then there's Richard. Oh, was he a bit of a dick? Spent almost 4 years with him. Got along pretty well. Had some awesome chemistry. I truly loved him. As time went by, there was this rift that started separating us. He just didn't like me family. He didn't. Moreover, he wasn't a family person. Distanced himself from his own and voiced he didn't want kids. There's a part of me that wanted to believe that even just for a little bit, maybe he'd change his mind. As much as I loved him, that one detail grew a growing gap between us. And at one point I had to break up with him. But I'm not here to press you, give me a beer, will ya? Sure, let's get her a beer. Seems perfect for that sort of thing. Beers seem very popular recently. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Oh, don't mention it. One more question, I'm worried. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, aren't you? Sure, ask away. What age did you get those implants in your boobs? Chill, I love you, and I know you're saying that in jest. But I've lived through so many rumours about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, honouring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one and only one chance to call you my full name as compensation, though. I'll gladly take your offer. It's funny you mentioned slapping, because my real question, why'd you get your hands chopped? Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons. First is I spent a lot of time typing. These replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome. Yeah, chop the whole thing off. Oh. There's other utilities like how I can interface with many devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. I'm moving a cursor. It acts like a computer's cursor. There's lots of but small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud. Did your family take the operation? They took it well enough, except for me mum. Freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask for me hands. Didn't you miss them? Sometimes, but just through emotional moments. But as luck would have it, somebody else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was a young lady whose hand got completely crushed. Told me to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice if they can get a natural placement. A bit of cosmetic treatment could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, they were compatible, and the family agreed to the donation. Don't know what I aim of her, but I hope she's fine. Back from the show. Welcome back. This game is confusing. What's the point of all this? Yeah, it's a conversation, I suppose. I don't think the game has a point, but maybe its point. Oh, I didn't want to pester in the poor girl. So, are we cool now? We even now? We're pretty pissed about the comment regarding her boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less rude in my head. Yeah, don't worry about it. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once. Now you don't. Why? You just called me by my full name. Are you serious? One chance and only one chance. You just used it up. Damn it. Surprise! However, this is a real tangent, but do you believe in ghosts? Hey. Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read one quite interesting. Proposed a scenario where nanomachine clusters would leave the body after death. It is a collective hive mind through residue brain waves. The result would be drastically like an image, not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such an animation density is impossible in the body. That eye is very bored, yes. How do we need enough to make the blood too dense for the heart? Oh. Shit. Oh dear. Oh hell. Oh no. Not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read, though. I say. Don't give it up. Well, it's not my fault you convinced yourself that you're crazy. I'll leave then. See you tomorrow. All done? I am. What about you, girl? Oh dear. Isn't that how good left from like that for service? You think? Might have been while I was out. Wrestling, I do remember you were a wrestler. Yeah, I'm right. So I guess wrestling fake. Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? This game tries to be a character study. Well, it's got a lot of characters, and I spent a lot of time studying them. Wrestling is really soap opera. Well, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Jump my head to the world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but 8th grade what? Don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show! Just so often use fights as an expression. But it also is a unique form of theatre. Besides, considering the image enthusiasts suffer, it's not all fake. Yeah, I don't think it was. Sadly, I wouldn't say bad, rather aggressive. Now I have to go. Make you humble. Come here, fuck boy. 8th grade what? Bonafide idol in the bar. Whoosh! That was cold. Character custody, schmuddy. Look at that, we're an adult. We paid our rent. We haven't been kicked out of our apartment. Always ideal. We have a roof over our heads for another month yet. Close. We almost didn't. Well, too human. Create more laws, robot features. Society. Okay. Fascinating. Oh, shut up. I just got a message from my thing telling me to stand up and walk around. Those are salvages. Tokyo, Research facility in the island of Tanashishima, island of Japan. Fascinating. It would be fascinating to see what would happen if one day the great cities we have descend below the ocean. It would be fascinating to see what a city underwater would look like in real life, and not just in these beautiful animations everyone keeps making of it. Oh! Vala, one holy. Oh, the body, sorry. Very good, it's pronounced. Good thing it's actually called Valhalla. Funny that the numbers is just a code. With the Q bar twice after getting lost. Oh, kangaroos are coming to the grass. What do you mean? I'm not gonna touch grass. My damn exercise thing can't tell me to do what to do. I'll do what I want. Can't control me. And I'll fight the kangaroos. Anyway, it's bloody raining outside. It's cold and miserable and raining. So we keep it up my back. It's really safe at home. Boss is sweetheart. The boss was so class act. Even took a photo with her and sent a video to her little sister. Folks for the get the taste with, even though they weren't made of real alcohol. How are anything these days? I think we're almost done. Go outside. I refuse. I'm here working in the bar. Can't stop it. I'm gonna need a chip. Chip a cracker. Sorry. Excuse me, I'm just filling up the crumbs on my plate. No, you humming shines back. Oh, hey, Jill. You okay? Are you in love, maybe? Nothing of the sort, I'm fine. Go make a slushy and a few taquitos. I'm not getting you taquitos. And just like the definite article, just like the article on the front of your name, I'm definite about that. No, seriously, did you fuck? Men only get so happy after they fucked. That's not... Oh my god, you totally fucked. She's really going in for him. Was Dharma? Do you have 7 minutes in heaven with you? No, I didn't. In case, congratulations. I haven't seen you this happy since, but never. Hello, Joe. This is for you, Gil. And this is... Copy of Sunshine Stone. You've been humming this shit non-stop. So here you go. So yes, also a congratulatory gift. For what? Don't play dumb. You totally just got some. Oh, Chiniaka, right? You always had your eyes on her. I sent her a message. She'll confirm if she did deal with him or not. Let me know. This man, this poor fella. No escape from these two lasses. Yeah, I've met a few girls like that. You'll be scared. If you think guys acting all about it is terrifying, you've never been in a conversation with girls about this sort of thing. So you could be... No, you won't. Oh, these two again. Deal or no deal? You were too happy and you were too mopey. What happened? I was right. That Laura girl is head over heels for him. I was right on the money. Betty was right, and that deserves a beer. I'm fine. Friday beer for the cheerful Betty. Woo! So the girl was actually infatuated with him. You should have seen her, screaming off the top of her lungs that she liked him. She's standing there thinking. Just like that. In retrospect, a tad too cliche for my taste. Still, I knew she liked him. I was right. I was right. He doesn't seem particularly happy. He never is. Unlike your co-worker, holy shit, did he fuck. What the anime logic? You make it too obvious, Gil. How? I don't understand. Do I smell different? Does it show on his face? I thought these adults were not a bunch of babies. Well, they are a bunch of babies. You'd be shocked to find adults are still a bunch of babies. I'd say that's pretty, pretty ordinary. The constant conversations about sleeping with people, especially amongst ladies, is a lot more common than you'd think. Especially as like a gossip environment. So I myself have been on the receiving end of the "ooh, did you get some? Ooh" conversation before. Though it was much more subtle back then. They did try and hide what they were asking about. These days, not so much. But sure, there's a lot of adults acting like babies. That beaming face is unmistakable. And the face of a guy who just got some and enjoyed every moment. Back to deal, though. Like I said, he seems lost in thought. Victories like these are few and far between. Let me enjoy myself. Can I get something non-alcoholic here? That's not how you drown your sorrows, you piece of scrap. I'll have a bloom light. Okay. Start making the bloom light first. Blue fairy. Go there. Thanks. Same. Celebrate all you want, but I'm freaking out here. I know nothing about relationships. I have no idea what to do. Well, for starters, what do you think, Jill? Me? Her? Betty, I've seen a few of your relationships, remember? Aside from Veronica, there's Angela, Pamela, Lysandra, Rika, Monica, Erica, Tina, Mary, and Jessica. Oh goodness, she's slept with everyone from Mumbo number 5. Old maid will be jealous. 1, 2, Angela, Pamela, slept with everyone from Mumbo number 5, she has. Or should I say, don't share the bed sheets, snore like a pig, cold feet, shampoo waster, chocolate addict, too religious fan of the wrong rugby team, teetotaler, choose with an open mouth. What do you think, Jill? Must be quite the hard work to have so many relationships in a short period of time. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Reed is all I need. A little bit of Venus, all I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of me makes you all mad. It really is, all of them. Means piece of scrap. Good situation. Thank you. Ring and a bang the pub sing. Oh, my heart is hard. It's been a long time. Love, it's burning thing. And a big fire. I'm not very good at that song, honestly. Still on fucking Cloud 9. Or is it fucking in Cloud 9? For starters, how do you feel about her? Hell, I don't know. I don't know her that well. Start there. Ask her out sometime. Get to know her. Maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe she'll change yours. And then you have nothing to lose by... What? I just realised I'm giving love advice to a Lilum. So I don't know how well it applies to you. Yeah, these things are all humans, but organs nowadays. If that's the case, it's interesting she felt that way towards him. Why wouldn't she? This fella's a good catch if I do say so myself. Like I said, humans are all but organs. You surely count at Lilum that sometimes forget are not humans. You live in weird times, but hey, makes it more interesting. It's so odd going to other cities and not seeing the same integration of Lilum there. Well, Glitch City is pretty much the cradle of social experimenting for creation, so... Anyway, try to get to know her. You'll find out how you feel afterwards. Yes, I think I'll try that. Not quite an uninspired advice, if you ask me. Anything else? Let's commemorate the occasion with a piano man and a piano woman. Rightio. Piano man and the song of the piano woman. Oh. Taking a lot more concentration than I expected to do all this. Yeah, we've reached a stalemate. I'd normally take the piano man, but I feel like there's some symbolic value in taking the woman. Oh, why order it like that then? I hate Laura. You what? She's gonna take you away from me. You're my piece of scrap, not her, you're mine! My God, she is suddenly going downhill. Betty, you don't own me. Besides, I can't for the life of me leave you alone. I feel like the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll just crash. That's not a laughing matter. You need someone making sure you aren't kicking people. That's not normal, you know. Besides, it's not like I have something with her yet. You're right. So you won't leave me? I'd bury myself sick if I left you your own devices, honestly. We should leave now. It's a New Year's party. Why don't you come for it? We'll come. Are you sure? We will. Fine, we'll be here, Jill. Anyway, see you then. Bye, Jill. I think I may have given her too strong of a drink. Oh no, it's Screaming Shan. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, I forgot about this, lass. Right, well. Shit. Get on that, I'll... Not so fast, Miss Lana Smithy, if that is your real name. Fuck. I went to the augmented eye looking for you, and what did I find out? Miss Lana Smithy is not a person. It's just a collective nickname for anyone uses when writing crap. Why would you lie to me like that? Well, no matter. Night's young, give me something nasty like last time. Nasty, eh? Let's go by name. So this is the point. Well, it's 2 days from the end of the game. This is the second last day. Well, that one's unbearable. I don't think it'll end so cleanly, J-Hag. This is the... Hold on. It was nasty, alright? Now it's the first time to be a nice person to give me something nice. It's the second time I'm here, so it's only natural you get your own copy of my theme song. No, thank you. Don't be shy. Let me give you one. I mean, don't. Well, too late. It's already in your player. How do you even do that? Magic. Silence, you bot. Wow, the bots have really been active today. Why do they make them like those bots like that? Always is very confusing. That's bullshit. Video editing magic. Did you just hack into the music player? Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, whatever. Hey, weren't the dogs? Last time you talked about the place was this zany heaven of sorts, but I see the same shit. Seriously, no decorations of anything of the like? Good question, where are the dogs? I either haven't been paid enough attention to their arrival or they haven't come. Idols, new pays managers, talking dogs, and yes, it's the same old bar like last time. I might sue for fake advertising, you know. When I think about it, maybe the boss just donated money to the CRI thing and tricked the dog into coming here as a part-timer for kicks. Oh well, anything interesting lately? It's not like I missed them, but at least should show their faces. Hello? Sorry, what'd you say? I was talking if there was any new stories. It's not a newspaper, you know. Nor is a crazy stories on demand streaming service. That's a big fat line, you know it. Shut up. But I said nothing. I meant, so shut up the idea. I won't. Last time I came here, viewership peaked for some reason, and I want to find out why. Maybe it's because a pretty boy can tell us the story of who he fucked. God, they're really going in hard on poor old Gillian. Oh, Gil, mate. So distracted you won't even make a retort. Amazing. Here's something worth saying. But I want to hear it. Well, Kira Mickey came to yesterday again. Oh shit, I may. You expect me to believe you came all the way here again? Do you even have proof of the glass like last time? Well, if I may interject. You've been listening, have you, boss? Walls are pretty thin. What, the enemy again? Anyway, she did. I even took a pic with her. She did what? Let's see. Why? I try and make an appointment with her and she's always busy, but you sit over here and she comes waltzing over? It's not fair. Hey, if I knew how the hell stuff like that happens, I'd share my secrets. I was just as baffled as you are right now. Yeah, I bet, but you're not even that much of a fan anyway, are you? You're not wrong. She's gonna catch them all outside. Looks like a thing. She's catch them with eye colours. Yeah, she's gonna catch them all outside. How classic a client she is. Very graceful client, much like last time. Really nice girl. I'm gonna give you my number. If she ever comes back, you let me know, you hear? I'm not gonna let you keep her to yourself. I really doubt she'll come back again, though. She should have came twice. I'm not taking any chances. Need somebody to down this anger with. Give me some girly, will you? Sparkle Star. Seems appropriate. Let's just chill a bit. Still not fair. You know, you're boring today. Catch himself, how about that? You're not chatting that much, or you're doing anything funny. Maybe the whole peak view of these things? Just you. Huh? Maybe this bar and me both had nothing to do with the spike. Maybe you were just that good. Are you hitting on me? I'm not. In fact, I'm trying to get you to leave, pronto. Don't be so hard on the girl, she's fun. Another nuisance shows up. Joe hates me! It's not hate, it's just... Wait, I'm not having this conversation again. Boring. Now, you are curious, right? About that fuckboy's partner. Want to know who it was? Do you know? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not settles it though. Not taking any chances. Oh, come on. Bartender, you're making lots of faces there. It's nothing really. Did the two bartenders break or something? Should I tell the manager? Tech support? Hey Joe, in and out of voice, remember? What? Who's fucked? Aside from that guy. You're oddly calm today. Well, I've been getting more sleep lately. Wait, I don't feel like I've stopped speaking. I'll die. Crash is one hell of a drug. And wouldn't you know, I can actually make it premium time for a good commander. Come on. Getting bored out of my ass here. Do something. I'm not a dog, no. You can't just me to roll over you. Mind if I entertain you a bit then? Boss? You and Gil take a break. I'll entertain the missy here. And by Jill, I mean take Gil with you. I don't want him humming to the middle of the road and right to Truck's grill. Grilled Gil. Right, Gil? Come with me. Now, on we go. Oh god. What one? No thanks, I don't smoke. Alright, I got a text from Alba. Boss, Alma and Gil didn't do it. Well, that's a bummer. She's sending congratulations anyway, though. So I said thanks, I guess. It was a lucky girl. So it was a guy. Never thought you swung that way. It wasn't a guy, so it was a girl, and you did. I don't feel comfortable talking about that, you know. Don't make things easy for me, though. How so? I mean, you're pretty hard to get close to. You never talk about yourself. You're talkative, so as long as it doesn't involve you directly. Teasing you is literally the only way I can get through to you. You sound like I'm some sort of weird loner. And you're not, mate. Mr. Revolutionary. At least tell me you enjoyed the night you spent with whoever it was. I did. Good for you. Why are you humming Sunshine Stone so much, though? Well, after that Idle Girl came yesterday, again, I looked up a disco over here, can't humming on listening to them. Oh god, you didn't do the Idle Girl, did you? No, why would that be a problem, though? I don't know, it just feel weird. Oh, that's for the break. Let's go back. Owen Gill, keep in mind what I said about opening up more. I mean it. That way I won't tease you so often. This year, you have to say the weirdest thing I've heard this year. Shut up. And it's the 31st. Alma finds Gill attractive. Weird thing to say. And that's that. Back again! What are you two talking back there? Fucking. Oh, just chatting there. Damn. Can't fool her. Crap, did you actually really? John has the face of a man who's done it to death recently. See, Gil, you're making it too obvious. How? What will you have today? Out of a gut punch. Coming out. What? Nothing. Making a real gut punch. Stop looking at me like that. Weird for you to order something like that. Yeah, just carrying out some stuff. You know that the limbs have tongues that can chemically divide and identify food using chemical components. Our tongues are designed to be human ones in mind. For example, the first flavors that we detect are sour and bitter, just like you guys. Check my personal specs, and apparently my sensitivity is set to 1.2235 times. Makes me hate those flavors because I feel them harder. Why all that exposition? I mean, I'd lie if I said I wasn't interested, but why? Well, after last time, I got curious, started checking out how many my systems worked in detail. For example, the tips of my fingers are so sensitive to vibrations, you could make a seismograph with them. Checking that, I found that it's all based on how humans work. I got me figuring out what you said. For my systems to work, humans had to understand how they work. After all those discoveries, they're not any more or less artificial. Why would I be? I don't know, looking up all that stuff made me feel real. It's the opposite of what I felt last time, like I'm here, right now. Glad to hear it. Now, let's try something sweet. Sweet. Whew. This is getting very exhausting to do all this, you know, expressive talking. Weesh. Oh, nice. To be honest, it's a bit surreal for me. What? Yeah, talking to you and you're answering like any human would. You're even expressing happiness. I remember when I was a kid, I'd usually try to strike conversation with theirs. But after a bit, they'd just start looping through their built-in answers, repeating the same things over and over. It always made me crash back into reality. When I backed up like that, especially advanced AI, I was like, you right here, right now. It's amazing. I don't know, it makes my inner child happy to see something she always dreamt of. Else when I feel particularly cynical. Oh, you flatter me. I always thought humans like nature's liliums. Method may have been different, but we too evolved from a more simple form ages ago. If liliums may recreate biological life years from now, it'll all come full circle. So, what should I take from this is, you love me? Howdy. Howdy, Bators. Howdy to you too. Tip my hat to you, sir. You came for a very interesting time where somebody's... You love me? Don't overdo it. Anything else? Let's go with a sugar rush. Ooh. But yes, how are you? Join me being a bartender, living my life, giving people far too much alcohol, because I'm a terrible, terrible human being. Even in doubt, my love for these is real. How romantic. Yeah, I got the topic. You did, you did. Oh god, she's back. I thought I'd gotten rid of her. Don't you feel like talking a bit more with DD? DD is too much of a prick. Go-Go is tired. Besides, I want to talk with the bartenders. Welcome to this, my terrible voices. Oh, fuck. Well, I tried, Jill. I'll be in my office. Cute little girl, Lillian. Cameo. Oh, fiddlesticks. Hey, what's your name, girl? I'm Dorothy Hayes, at your service. You come here often. Are you hitting on me? Hey Dorothy, I'm in the middle of this live stream. Do you want to participate? Sure, sounds fun. Okay, let's take a recommendation for you. What should I drink next? Try the Sugar Rush. Bartender, a Sugar Rush over here. Bartender. Sorry, what? Sugar Rush, please. Sugar Rush again. Ah, I stuffed it up. Hold it that time, though. Good choice, Dorothy. Yeah! So, what are you, doing in my turf, streaming, Chad? Yes? No, I mean, that's what she calls herself. Ooh, that's a tacky name. Yeah, but it is my tacky name. Actually, that's not really my name. What's your real name, then? Behind the streaming Chan's awesome mask lies the humble Nicole Chan. Why not call yourself Streaming Chan? It's funny that you mention it. You see, when I started calling myself Nico Chan, I changed websites, so the name felt a bit out of place. Thus, that became Streaming Chan. Everyone nicknamed me Streaming Chan, though, so I just went along with it. Oh, good thought. One point I was going to call myself Dolores Hayes. Then I realized the name was as subtle as a brick to the face. Anyway, I'm here as last time I came. I ended up with greater viewer numbers than usual. Also, I wanted to treat my loyal audience again. Oh, I see. Came right to place, especially if you're looking for some comfy fun. Honey might hear seems harsh, but you just need to crack her shell. You see, you just need to say the right thing at the right time. She becomes a sweetheart. Quiet, you. Don't play hard to get. You know it's true. Hey, Scream Girl. That's me. I'd have good asking this, but don't you have a sponsor? It's weird that it's been this long without some advertisement. I have, but you see, the contract with them expired, and the business guy would have had to make a new one. He's going to send me the draft to his lawyer. I had a couple of additions, but let's just say he got too excited with my VR model, and the contract became unreadable. Oh, he's used the coup. Yep. He cut into a pair of panties and wrapped it physically on his. Oof. Good God. I was not expecting the sentence to go in that direction. That's what I get for not reading ahead. Good God. This game really goes places, I'll tell you that. It's got more shock value than any horror game I've played. I mean, you'd expect certain principles to be upheld, even in the adult VR industry. I reported him and he got fired, but now they're looking for a new business person thing. Honestly, I think the paper cuts all his punishment enough. But I mean, why the contract? I don't mind if he did it off of an image of me, but the contract? That's money you're soiling right there. Yeah, she's got her priorities great. I'd have gone back to the deal if not for the owner paying me a visit and apologizing profusely. Some people, seriously. Ah, take paper cuts. I've got enough crazed teacher fantasies to know how they can be a problem. Don't think you need to have an experience to understand that. That said, Gil's been grimacing a full minute now. Don't mind me. Ah. But you know, I like you, Dorothy. Why don't we celebrate with a beer? My treat. Alrighty then. 2 big beers, honey. Yeah, now I've got 2 people calling me honey. 2 big beers, God. One, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. 2 big beers for the biggest personalities in the room. That's for certain. Cheers. Cheers. I'm not feeling my tongue on my feet. It's time to get lewd. Did I hear lewd? Do you have any stories? I've accidentally got no drunk. That was my fault. I apologize. It's been a treat for the non-premium viewers. I once met a guy that insisted doing it in a jacuzzi. Didn't mind being in premium time, so I started setting up the cameras. And man, was it a challenge. I wasn't just going to stream over the water. I wanted some underwater action too. What to do with all the bubbles and all? It's the least of the problems. We just turn the jets off. But not only that I have the mic underwear cover, I also have to keep in mind the heat. Heat isn't good with cameras. Try chilling the cam, putting it in and putting a bag with some filling. We had something more convoluted. Took a small cooler, opened the hole in the lens, sealed it with plastic. Things look like a good cam instead of recording. Threw in some cooling packs, sealed them. I got the cooler. Didn't need any weight. Yep, luckily the guy into bodybuilding, so we used some old dumbbells. He's always ripped as fuck. That's another story. Was all a success? It's also the last time I had it in the jacuzzi. Blood rushing, hot water. Felt as I was dying midway through it. Thank God he decided to resume the action out of the water midway through. I would surely died. At least the guy didn't burn himself. What do you mean? Last time I had it, you got hot? The guy almost burned him. Considered investing in a cooling system, which is so situational expensive at our pass. Besides, those cooling systems require too much maintenance. Oh, wait. I think I should leave, but can you join me in escapades for the rest of the night? Can I plug in my services at the end of the night? Sure. Count me in. I've got some perfect stories. All this for clout. Clout. Just like the gold rush of old. Clout. The clout rush. Let's be on our way then. Oh my god, these comments. Yeah, they're a bit interesting, aren't they? Guess the future becomes more generous over time. Bye, honey. Start the story. See, there was this Mega Santa. Oh no, the Mega Santa story. They left. Met a pair made in hell. At least they look like they're having fun. I mean, the feeling is so convoluted as hell, though. It's hard to keep a cool head when you're holding. We're done. Man, don't you just feel great? We'll be in the same place. Hey, Jill. What's this? A bonus. Get the taste of the clients you deal with and keep it up. Tomorrow is a big day, so get ready. For the both of you. Yeah, I'm getting all this too much for even me. Alright. I think this is the last day, so let's buy some stuff. Yes, fill up my shelves with stuff. Perfect. See what everyone has on New Year's? Absolutely nothing. Well, let's finish this up, shall we? Oh, today's the day. Let's see. Girls in the back getting everything ready. Grab some food if I wanted. When they agreed to work New Year's if I work to pick myself up. Alright? I'm scared. Gabby will shut up at any minute. Relax, everything will be alright. I can assure you of that. Drink something. Maybe they'll cheer you up. Maybe. Not if you would, but keep your shit up. I'll give this to you. I don't know. A hug. Does that work? A hug? One big one. Roll it after everything's said and done. Gotta go? You can do it. Everything's fine. You've been avoiding this for 3 years. It's time to face it head on. Yeah. Do it. Well, I'm thinking back to times in my life. I'm empathizing. I kind of feel that sort of... I know exactly that sort of butterflies anxiousness. Everyone's probably had it before. Weird to be sympathetic for a video game sometimes, but I was the same with books, let's be honest. Boss may even give me a hug. You can relate. Well, this sort of feeling you get when you're afraid of something coming, but you want it just to be done. I've had interviews for jobs, poor things that went badly and I needed to fix. It's frightening, you know? It can be frightening. I'm okay. Here it is. Here is our strangely dressed lass. Does that count? Yes. But unless you know you're going to die soon, I don't think it's really the same sort of situation. Still, I think she's very strange looking, to be honest. Gabby. Come in. Excuse me. This is going to take a while. Welcome to her. Shouldn't go. Hey. You talk first. No, well... Some days ago, I got a letter. And even odder than that letter is the fact that it was from your sister. A what? My sister sent you a letter? That's the first I ever heard of it. What did it say? I don't know. I never opened it. At least not till now. I figured I should read it with you. Yep, let's do it. Let's read it. Alrighty then. Hey, look, she's already doing so well. I'm proud of her. Good job, boss. Nice icebreaker. Thank God. Sister's helping you from beyond the grave. Sorry. Just that? Yep. Anything else? Maybe on the back? This is just like your sister. Spent the days worried about this letter, not wanting to open it for fear of what it might contain. Lost sleep and appetite thinking about it. After all those worries, after all those problems. After all these years not talking to her, she sends me a letter. A fucking letter of all things. She just says sorry. Sorry for what? For our fight? For not talking all of these years? Ah, I'm pissed. Are you laughing? Just I remembered all the times my sis provoked you that way. Like the time where she gave you chocolates labelled 1, 2, and 4 during Valentine's Day. You were pissed about the lack of a 3. And that time you left an unopened beer bottle on the table and she sneakily opened it, took a sip. She didn't tell you it and you were confused all day long. She always bragged she knew me, like the back of her hand. The letter was supposed to piss me off like that. I guess she had all the rights to brag. Maybe she was being sincere though. She did express to me she was sorry on more than one occasion. She did. She told me she died from localized negligent rejection, right? In her heart, yes. Instead of the massive rejection that always makes the news, her case was more focused. They usually amputate or replace the part and call it a day, but the organs are different. The condition made her susceptible to transplant rejection. Not to mention artificial hearts and genetic treatments were out of the question. Yep. Thing is, apparently she suffered since she was 18, but kept it a secret from anyone. Why? Hell if I know, I was angry to learn she hid it. Why didn't she tell me if it was to avoid worrying me? Was she ashamed? What was it? Wait, how'd she live so normally then? She used a serum. Shots in her heart every 3 days. Right, the serums burned like hell. The shot left her with a nasty mark where she had to apply them. It wasn't near her birthmark. The rejection, it ended up killing her. But she couldn't have found out what made her so vulnerable. The doctor said she may have missed a shot. The shots made her other defenses grow weaker. The condition should have just gone out of nowhere. Or maybe it was blood pressure. Maybe it was a regular heart attack and the rejection acted afterwards. They don't know. She kept it a secret from everyone, so nobody knows. Maybe she had to tell me about it. I could have helped her. Maybe she'd still be alive. Isn't that always what it is? If, maybe, could have. Maybe she wouldn't have faced it alone instead of dying in her sleep. I'd say that's a pretty good way to go. All things considered. Yeah, what ifs won't bring her back? I spent so much time hammering myself with ifs after you told me she died. What if I waited to cool down a bit back then? What if I swallowed my fears at that very moment? What if I had apologized earlier? What if I had given the chance, the research into that thing back then? The amount have increased threefold after I lashed at you in the other day. Today I realized something. Today? Well, the idea is she's in the bar to see you, not to drink. So yes, she is too young to be in a bar. They just don't have any rules about kids being in the bar. Right, so the dead is a hollow effort. You're alive, you're here, I can make amends with you. But I can't make amends with the dead. I can't apologize to her like I apologize to you right now. Lenore, she's resting now. That's one way of putting it. She's just resting after having years of a heart condition. She didn't have to face it alone, though, if she only... So, let's celebrate her life and achievements. If we are to mourn, let's mourn her together. And if we are to honor, we'll do it together. Wow. Valhalla indeed. Valhalla indeed. Together. You're always a fun-loving person. The best we can do now is try and lighten up, if it's only for a moment. I need to ask though, did she really start to complain about the chest pains shortly after I left? No, she didn't get visibly worse. Everything was actually too sudden. She did complain about chest pains from time to time, but that actually goes away back before you left. You just thought it was a reflux or something. Even blamed her death on you. Just too angry back then. A part of me just wanted to put the blame on something or someone. You didn't deserve that. Sorry. More like Ragnarok, am I? I'm sorry too, you know. We both have things to apologize for. Don't worry too much about it. I should have been more mature, not shouted at you either. So let's just call it all on water under the bridge, shall we? Are you sure? Of course I am. Duh. How did you find me exactly? Have you ever heard the message board called Dangerous? You? The truth is, I visit it from time to time. The other day, I read a thread that discussed the bar. The description of the bartender sounded just like you. Are you mad? Not mad, just dumbfounded. Hey Jill, can you tell me what the problem was back then? What sparked the fight? Weren't you happy with my sister? Well, back then, I didn't know what to do with myself after I graduated. Witness me! Goes down to Valhalla crashing his bike. Witness! Went in and pretty much hated my last couple of years there. Not far-fetched to think I only tolerated because of your sister was with me. Had she stopped supporting me with her studies, I'd have quit right then and there. After I graduated, I got a good offer that she accepted on my behalf in no time. She kept saying it was the best for me and my future. Yeah, it was a good movie, wasn't it? But I was livid. Why'd she have to do that? I hated it. I didn't even know if I wanted to go there, but she still insisted so much. It's like she was forcing that burden on me. Then my became our future. She started talking about our marriage. You were going to get married? I don't think we ever took it serious. It was just something she kept mentioning. Not like we didn't think about it on the line, but she mostly teased me with it. The thought suddenly scared the shit out of me. I loved her. Didn't think I was ready for sexual commitment, especially considering what she did. I don't know what I wanted to do, but I don't know I was going to let her decide such a big thing for me. I mean, she could have pushed from time to time. Like I said, pretty much past college was thanks to being there. That was partly because she was so pushy. Even if she had the best of intentions, she could be abrasive. It rained down on me in that moment. She took it upon herself to make that choice for me. What would have stopped her once we had gotten married? What if she suddenly decided to craft my life to her needs after marriage? I knew her. She would do it thinking it was the best for me. About my freedom, I say. So that's where you stop loving, Lenore. No. I never stopped loving you, which is why it hurts so much, but you have to understand. I didn't want to wake up 40 years old and working a job I hate. Just out of routine, getting used to it. I wanted to break from everything and started to put my thoughts in order. Regroup myself, think carefully about what to do next. All very good pieces of advice, to be honest. You can understand, sometimes I felt the same, even though I'm not in college. So what led to you fighting, huh? You sound like the word fight makes it sound like we exchanged blows. It's all silly when I think back to it. Tragically silly. Maybe I was the one who started the fight, getting all defensive about not wanting to take that offer. Perhaps if I didn't overreact to her arguments about wasting this huge opportunity, she wouldn't have lashed out. I could have kept avoided it if I kept my cool head and talked about it. My sister said something like that. I told her she mentioned on more than one occasion how sorry she was about the whole thing. Should have listened to her in the end, but I kept pushing her. I should have kept my head instead of letting my jealousy take the best of me. It was her offer, not mine. I should have stopped protecting myself so much. Something like that. No. We were quite the hotheads, you, me, and sis. We were supposed to be the mature one, you know? Play your role correctly. Why didn't you come back, Jill? Did you head on hating him this much? Did you include us too? No, it's just that... Remember when your sister was giving class and you broke a window? You didn't want to see her for fear of being scolded. Well, my sister wouldn't have scolded you. But I was afraid. Dead afraid. I couldn't bring myself to face your sister. But I faced her back then, and I was like 7 at the time. Why couldn't you do it? It's not quite the same. In perspective, no matter the reasons I come up, it will never make sense. Everything sounds very stupid when I look back, you know? Not that it makes things easier. I won't ever get to speak to her, and it feels bad because it was so stupid. I swear you and my sister met for one another. You moved on after all that, but neither of you had the courage to go back and say you're sorry. And like I said, rating myself over past mistakes won't bring her back. I miss her so much, though. I'm getting really sad, actually. It's getting me quite emotional. Sorry for hitting the microphone. We're together all the time, always talking about dumb stuff. I wouldn't call my parents useless, but she was the one I could talk to. I feel her absence every day. Everything's just so quiet now. It is a bit like that. It does do a pretty good job at just trying to describe this game, trying to describe what grief feels like for a lot of people. Not everyone has grief differently, but I've certainly had this experience. She was an amazing person. Mourning is fine and all, but we should be celebrating her life. She was here, she would tell us there's no fun in sulking for so long. She told you that all the time. The same way she told you to stop rubbing things in people's faces. Both figuratively and literally. Hey, I was 8 back then. Let's have a toast in her honor. A toast. Let me get you a drink. A drink? Don't worry, trust me. Something without alcohol. Should I? Yeah, that'll do. Got this one for you. Lenore, I know you're watching from the beyond right now, and as a drink to your little sister. It's obvious we are, but we both meant to make amends at some point, but we never got around to it. I can't apologize to you anymore, but I can at the very least make you rest easier. I know, so no, I'll look after for Gabby in her absence. I'll make sure Gabby grows into a fine woman, just like you were. I'll always be there for her. I'll be sure that the little brat doesn't face the same problem you and I had. Hey, want to add anything? I'll always miss her. Don't say it to me, say it to her. It's a bit... Come on, just this once. I'll always miss you, sis. Sis, you idiot. Why did you keep out the secret for so long? Idiot, idiot, I've told you everything. Wasn't that enough, you idiot? Idiot. Jill, promise me you're like that knucklehead. You would keep stuff like this yourself. If only if you promised me the same. And promise me you won't fight. Can't do that. You and I are both too thick-headed. Sooner or later, we'll clash on some opinion. But I can promise that I won't run away last time. We'll both cool off, talk it over, like the adults we are. I'm not an adult. Let's face it, you've been more mature than I have. You mean what you said? That you look after me? I'll always be there for you, Gabby. I mean, I'm not Lenore, but wouldn't dare my little sister alone. Leave my little sister alone. Hey, wasn't this a toast? Right. For knowing the faithful sister and girlfriend. Cheers. Cheers. So, about this drink. Can I drink it? Do you like it? Take a sip. It's not bad. Why not drink it then? You're with an adult. Might as well break the alcohol taboo here right now. Well, I didn't! Ah! The secret ghost that lives in her head and controls her actions. Well, what have you thought about that, mate? Now, let's think back to it. Didn't your sister give you beer once as a prank? Oh, yeah, that. The April Fools. I should have known better when she offered me an apple soda. Put bubblegum on the soles of all of her shoes in retaliation. She walked funny and my jaw hurt for the rest of the day. But did you know that you got my drink last time? That time? She gave me a beer and it turned out to be apple soda. Did you get back at her? Well... The TV has just turned off. That usually means that lass is here. I did all hide that I find that she knew how to use a cucumber. Oh, sorry, that was funny. Let's follow up. She used the same cucumber in a salad days later. So you like eating me for lunch? Weesh. I'll tell you when you're older, yes. Or never at all. Hey, Gabby, do your parents know you're here? They think I'm at Claire's, actually. Ooh. She's my best friend at school. Does Clary know you're using her as an excuse? Of course. How would she cover me for otherwise? We go to her house afterwards. To be honest, I didn't think that far. Maybe I will. I do live in another district. Chloe doesn't live close by, so... Well, it can't be helped. I live near eyes, and the streets aren't exactly safe, so why not stay with me tonight? Oh, sure. I don't live in a mansion, but it's comfy enough. Spend at least one night. Sure, I'd love to stay. Right. How does Dad still have that bakery? His bread was really good. Yep, he opened a second branch last year. He's looking to expand. Ooh. You got a friend with a partner in a motor district. Guy saw an opportunity after reading the motor district. Almost has no bakeries. Still remember the day when your sister introduced me to him. Instead of shouting, I knew it! I knew the day you were a lesbian! Mark 1 for Dad! He had this bet with an acquaintance of his ever since my sister was 12 years old or so. Dad said my sister was into girls, the acquaintance did believe him, bet a beer on whether he was right or not. The beer bottle's still in the fridge. It's even labelled Sweet Victory. Seems like a fun guy. But Mum and Lenore never made up, did they? Guess this one wasn't as simple as they one too many things argument. I was always obsessed with high society and a circle of friends. Lesbian daughter was a no-no. Still on sister's side for that one, though. Mom didn't reject her because she was herself was homophobic. She did it because her friends were. To Mom, the opinion of her friends was worth more than her own daughter. How'd she react to her death? Dunno. Mom and Dad broke up 2 years ago. They never got married, so there was no proper divorce. I just haven't seen her since August, I think. Did you two fight? No, she just hasn't showed up. Must have felt alone there. I've been there. A bit, but I'm not alone anymore, thanks to you. Ah, I thought there was going to be a party here. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought there was going to be a party here. Party? Small New Year's celebration. Would I stay for it? Oh, I don't want to be much of a burden. Don't worry, you won't. You'll only get colder for the night. Though, no alcohol. Give us time to catch up even more. I can introduce you to some friends. Are you in? If you don't mind me? Great. Let's get this party going. Someone I want to introduce you to. Oh! Ah! It's fading out. The light. Oh, the ghost. I'm finally passing on. Oh, no. Ah! 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 That was an ending. I was expecting a bit more of a general ending, but God. Well, I guess that's the end of that. We all faded out. What drink you brought? She found out there was a ghost in her head controlling her every movement. She's poisoned me. The light. Well, when she talked about her grandfather who was into collecting alcohol, maybe I was the ghost of her grandfather speaking from beyond the grave. Well, that's an ending. Well, you're certainly right about that. It is one of the endings. I believe there's multiple, if you'd believe it. I wonder which ending that was. I think it was 6. If I remember correctly. Yes, I assume there's something after the credits. Once we get there, I quite enjoyed it. As I needed to get really into it. I feel like each stream of this game, I'd have to sort of like wind up to it, you know? To kind of like get myself, you know, ready. Kind of wind up to the whole thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't enjoy it as much. Like, once I got into the whole making stupid voices and all that, I had quite a good time. Well done, thank you. Made in Game Maker. God, I haven't heard that. Prologue is made in Rempi. I don't know what that is, but Game Maker I've heard of. My nephews used to use it when they used to do sort of IT and stuff. When they were in high school, they used to play around with sort of making it. Most of those times you were drunk. Well, drunk is a strong descriptor of what I was. But yes, I was merry. Did I have fun? Yes, I certainly did. They certainly had quite the cast of characters, and I think the writing was spectacular. What the devs used to. Yes, I assume. Ah, I also got to meet a cat puma. Why did your boss hug you, though? It's that kind of person. Now let's sleep. You were dozing off back there. OST is great. Yes, it was very good. The art was good. The characters were well written. I had quite the time, you know. For the fact I never thought I'd ever enjoy a visual novel, as this very much is, I'm surprised. I had a good time. And I got to make so many interesting cocktails along the nights that we did this game. Quite a few we did. Quite a few. Good night. Good night indeed. Skaban Games. Gracias, Peluche. Could have been worse. Certainly could have been. Though I will admit, it'll be a while before I play another game like it, so don't start suggesting visual novels just yet. It'll be a while before I have the patience for something like this. I'm very loud during this too, so I worry. That'll be difficult to do if I end up in a tiny little cupboard that they call an apartment when I get over to overseas next year. Because, you know, just because I'm my age doesn't mean I get to get a better apartment. Oop, February the 25th. Okay, what's this about? Can't believe you actually made me do that sleepover thing. You didn't have to accept it, you know. Shut up. I'm having a good time. See, even Gabby's having fun. Sisterly bonding. Alright. An ending and a half, I suppose? Yeah, whatever. You know, Alma, you remind me a bit of my sis. I do. How? I always managed to get a reaction from Jill. Sis always said that Jill knowing your presence is the best way to know she likes you. Talking too much, Gabby. Aww. It's a bit different with you, though. My sister was more frustrated. Like the one time she bought a shirt that... You're talking too much, little girl. Oh, a shirt that what? That had a pic of a cucumber on it. Oh, a cucumber? Just... what are you doing with my hair? Sorry. It just got stuck in one of my fingers. Seriously. So I'm a bit like Lenore, am I? No, you just remind me of her a bit. More of my sister wasn't as... What this girl is trying to say is that your tits and ass. You could build another Lenore and a half out of the mass. That just means there's more enough to share with both of you. Sure. You're talking too much, Alma. Oop. Jump to another. Guess this is where we part ways, huh? Sadly, I'm bound to this city. I can only falsify my identity effectively around here. I really want to thank you, Chief, for the second chance you gave me. If I ever cross paths again, Now for something completely different. I got another achievement. Wow, we're just giving achievements left, right, and center. Leaving for like a week and a half or something. Don't be so dramatic. And you are taking care of my apartment. We will cross paths because I live here. And the time you spend setting up my useless farewell could be used asking me about things about the place. Like where switches and valves are. But I already know they're in the control panel you made. When I'm talking about the control panel, I'm proud of it. Speaking of obsessive likes, Jill, stop calling Armitage. She'll take care of your four-ball just fine. Can you sing me an opera lullaby? An opera lullaby? That's a very specific request. Do you want a lullaby sung as an opera with the long sort of syllables and the... So it's like... What is it? Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetops. Sort of like that. Is that what a, like a opera lullaby is? Song of the wind that makes the thing drop. Not too bad, thank you. I only did music and singing for decades, years and years ago. I haven't used it much these days. So, you know, I'm glad it could be useful for something. All that classical musical training I did when I was a young man. I've been away from 4 this long. I don't know what I'll do. You'll do just fine. You're pretty well for being 25 years before finding him. Can you sing Jazz Ramsey lamb sauce? What if I could figure out, other than Gordon Ramsay's talking about lamb sauce, I'll have to go find what you're talking about. So no. No, I can't. I'll leave Gordon Ramsay to make operas and stage plays out of his antics. You can classical music? That's amazing. Not much, honestly. It came with the territory being part of a religious family. Choirs and all that sort of thing, singing hymns. And then classical music beyond that. It was just part of the, comes with the territory. I was also, I'm a pretty well-trained brass player as well, classical brass player. And a jazz trumpeter. Though I couldn't play much jazz these days. I'm not very good at it anymore. But I did used to play a lot of, sort of jazz trumpet. That was fun. Should do more of it recently. It's one of those things. Comes with the territory. We're leaving! Before I forget. Left a box of condoms in the first drawer of the desk, Gil. You what? You what? Hey, if he wants to bring his new girlfriend or whatever, I want him to be ready. On one condition. If you're gonna do it like rabbits, stay away from my room. I have too many pics of my Emo there, and I don't want their eyes soiled. Emo who? My little sister. Just say little sister. Whatever. Dana's a bit of a weeb, isn't she? First up, Panama. Why are we going to Panama? Please come again. And so it is truly over. Shut up. I didn't buy you fancy watch for you to shame me for sitting down all day. How dare you? Oh look! Oh, that's adorable. They're together now. Beautiful. Goodbye, Miss Bartender. 1, 2, 3, 0. Still have no idea who the bloody hell the ghost was. What was up with that? Who was she? Was she the dead ghost of our dead girlfriend? Or was she just some fourth wall breaking character that just... I'm not gonna bother, honestly. A mystery show... I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Mysterious female entity who appears to Julianne Stingray on several occasions. Nice pixel art, it is. No clue what happens, but whatever. Nice pixel art. Yes. She cannot physically interact with her surroundings, and only 2 people have actually seen her, one being the aforementioned Jill, and a Lilum called Essentia. Although Rebecca Willow has also heard her several times throughout. She breaks the 4th wall in several instances, showing that she's the only character aware she's in a video game. Oh yes, she's actually missing her right arm. I didn't notice that in the picture they showed of her. I was too distracted about her talking about her genes that she's actually missing an arm. I still have no idea why you have to take care of your XGF sister. Well, 1, they call each other sisters. It's more like, you know... How'd she lose the arm? Not Jill. That ghost girl is apparently missing an arm. Fascinating. Fascinating. Well, there you go. And there's a whole backstory to that lass. And now let's jump back into the nighttime chat. So, that was fun. How'd we all enjoy ourselves, eh? Hey? I think it was a bit of a messy experience, but I think that's what they were going for. The sort of... We were dropped into these people's lives for a 2-week... or it's 19 days, I think. So, you know, almost 3 weeks. We got dropped into these people's 3 weeks of their lives and kind of just saw it. You know? We just saw the endings. How many other endings are there? We've got a bartending... There's a lot of endings we haven't. Chat behind the bar with a bandaged girl. Ah. There's the Dorothy ending. Ah. Chat with Becky behind the bar. I don't know how you do that. Wow. So much I haven't done with this game. So much, haven't done. Fascinating. Ah, excuse me. Well, thank you for the stream. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And it's finally done. It took so long. So much to learn. So little time. Yeah, there's a lot to do. Here. There's one gay drink that was never made. I think it was the Cobalt Spike or whatever. Or the Crevice Spike or whatever it is. That's the one that's never asked for. So yeah, there's a whole heap of things you could do. Serving a certain drink to a hacker will bring another hacker to the bar. Serving a certain drink to one cat may bring another cat to the bar. Fascinating. So much to do. So little time. I'll have to do that on my own if I feel like it. I'm not going to. But I'll say it. I'll give it lip service, I suppose. But anyway. It's alright game. Fine game. Could even say it's good. Well, I enjoyed it. Oh, I haven't changed the picture for this part of the stream. Oh well. It's fine. Because, wow, I'm tired out. Nice little heartfelt game. You can really feel the passion behind it, I think. And I wish I could talk for longer, but I've tired myself out. So let's just talk about for a bit what we're going to be doing. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming in the next few days. I might stream at a time that may be inaccessible to most of those in America. If I really want to stream the Callisto Protocol and I'm feeling up to it. I'll definitely get the Callisto Protocol when it comes out. But I don't know when I'm going to be able to get around to playing it. Might be Tuesday next week, for the earliest. Sunday if I'm lucky. Anyway. As always, good night. Sweet dreams. Of course I'm going to play Callisto. I love the Dead Space series. And if it's made similar to the last that series, I'm all for it. But yes, good night, sweet dreams. And remember... if you've been mean, and you've ruined dreams, make sure you apologize. It's just the good thing to do. Do it in person, not in letters, exactly. So yes, good night everyone. Toodaloo, and I don't know what I've got on the stream ending page, so whatever is there is there.